on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, up some solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They said you been in beast mode lately, you is not self. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the feel like Jeepers Creepers. Say they want some smoke, dog. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even count. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till them do us part. If you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine then. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Oh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. You PK top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ line into a damn tank. I got choppers stashed in that attic like they Air Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See him throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show the skills, how I show the skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Oh, I got a made, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real.
I got you. Let it rap real quick. Look. The city eyes, it's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga, cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shotty in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls till you fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times soon. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Fears take his feet, told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Child become a man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evanston with Mark Quad, telling me how the crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Focus up, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them mother niggas rap, I make anthems. I really see profits under this banner. Make my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo, spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Hate me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Round with Yaradon, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember, I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
Made the truth docile. That's why we on the corner crying aloud, looking hostile. It's UPK style. Can't stop now. Farthest warfare couldn't last one round. Let the oppressed rise, and let the rich mourn till the sundown. Enough with this shit. I'm about to make it hot, call it compound. This for my niggas, put the guns in the drums down. Dwelling in peace till the Lord call for the blood. Hey, try to decide my death. Ain't got beside yourself. Swore draw for what you perform. How you gon' hide yourself? Devil got to die for his lies and his dreams. Ain't got no love for the crackers. Nah, just cruel intentions. And in my father's house is speeding mansions. I got plenty bitch. Worthy of vengeance. This your death sentence. I'm talking about slaughter. Yeah, slaughter. Yeah, slaughter. Yeah, slaughter. Yeah, slaughter. Yeah, slaughter. Yeah, slaughter. That they do not rise and fill the world with lies. Die for your skin, you gon' die for your pride. That's why I'm talking to you. So war for your life. Your life. Try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devils that get in this deal. Slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah. Now they shook from vicious words out this handed book. About to take these rappers back to school. My flow sand and hook.
What? Say what? Come. What was that? You good? If it's up to you, bro. Do you want to get some? Mm-hmm. Oh, I think you're talking about we're gonna hold it down. No sweat, no sweat. All right, we should be good to go. Let me just check the live, make sure the audio is to wide. We should be good though. Okay, there's that. Bear with me just a second. Okay, we good to go. Most High in Christ. Let's clap it up. Most High in Christ. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barak Thumb to all the brothers. Yahweh Shemar al Thun Bashem Yahshua to all the sisters. It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York.
under Commandant General Yohana. You understand? Since 1969, been in operation, teaching the truth according to the Bible. So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians are the true Jews in the Bible. You understand? Also teaching, you know what I mean, that the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of, as per usual. You know what I mean? And so this is, of course, the Tuesday night Brotherhood class, priest and officer of 1,000 Thabawan, holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Until my brother, Officer Yarmak, you know what I'm saying, arrives. Okay, of course, this is a very important class. All our classes are important, but the Tuesday Brotherhood classes, you know what I'm saying, so essential. You know what I'm saying? Just for understanding how to conduct ourselves when it comes to one another, which is a lost art amongst black people, Latinos, and Native Indians. It's completely lost on us in 2022. You know what I'm saying? Just how to treat another person that looks like you. It seems like something that would be, you know, par for the course. Something that's, you know, just a given. But obviously not. Because we see every single day another thing that takes place that tells you that black people hate each other. Latinos and Native Indians absolutely hate each other. And so this class is important for getting an understanding of why that is and how we fix it. You know what I'm saying? GP, you have something? No sweat. Salaki. Yeah, we broadcasting from the Isupk Durham YouTube, Isupk Durham Facebook, and also the Isupk Goldsboro YouTube as well. Make sure you you know, plugged into those, like, share, and subscribe. All of that help us push this truth. You know what I'm saying? So of course, like I was saying, this class is very important for that reason. I'm gonna let, you know what I'm saying, Officer Yarmak, he's gonna come in and do his thing in regards to that. But in the meantime, if there's any questions in the room, you know what I'm saying, you can just go ahead and raise your hand. If I can answer it, that's exactly what I'll do. If not, you know what I'm saying, we'll write it down, you know what I'm saying, or save it, you know what I'm saying, so another priest might have the breakdown if I don't have it. Okay, but also if you have questions online, same thing, just type it into the chat. We'll see it and we'll proceed from there. Young man.
Yes, sir. I had a question that I wrote down.
Mm-hmm.
What is do you know anything about the red pill? Like, could you explain to me like further what that is? Are you familiar with that term, red pill, like the Matrix, blue pill, red pill, like Neo? Like in the world of dating and stuff, like, are you familiar with that?
In the world of what?
Dating, like
dating?
Yeah, red pill. They use what they call red pill awareness or red pill knowledge. Like, could you expound on that? What you do know of it?
Well, again, that's just things like that are. It's not something I wouldn't call it pseudoscience. It's just more like a colloquial term. It's just something that comes from, so people make a movie, and now that movie is so popular that certain concepts or visualizations within the movie become the terminology that people in that place use later on. So, okay, for example, I'm trying to think of another example that's similar to that. But of course, like you said, it's from the Matrix. Red pill, blue pill just became representations of, red pill represents truth, right? And blue pill represents, you know, the lie or continuing to live the lie. Because in the movie, Neo's given an option to either take the red pill or the blue pill. The red pill is the one that takes him out of the Matrix and into the real world. The blue pill being the one that would have put him back into the Matrix and kept him asleep. Okay, so that's all those terms mean, right? In terms of how people use them, because you see people use them in just about everything now. Red pill, blue pill. But are you talking specifically about like a certain thing that uses those words?
Yeah, because they use it like in different things. The Matrix is like the world that we live in, the system, the programming of the system. So I was just trying to figure out, is there some truth in it? And biblically, can it be backed up by the Bible? Like, is it relatable?
Okay, so conceptually, I mean, sure. You know what I'm saying? Conceptually, there are, you know, how do I say it? Just the ideas on the surface. The idea of there's the truth, the reality of something, and then there's the wool over your eyes lie that you're being told to keep you asleep, to keep you from recognizing that you are what in the movie The Matrix, what did Morpheus say to Neo? Who remembers? Now, this, of course, class is not a Matrix class. This is not this is not the Israelite school of the Matrix. This is not cinema class. But, you know what I'm saying, for the purpose of answering the question, who remembers what Morpheus said to Neo? Go ahead. Go ahead. There's a certain word he used though. I'm trying to tie it into the brother said, is it relatable to the scriptures? Again, we're not saying that these terms come from the Bible. We're just saying a lot of those concepts all you can find in the Bible. There's a word that's used by Morpheus in that movie that is a word that we use the same word at camp. Anybody remember? Y'all probably was born the year the Matrix came out. Jesus. Bro. You close, but not the oppressor. You ready? Okay. Y'all got it? No sweat.
The oppressed.
What's another word for the oppressed? A person who is oppressed. I almost gave it to you.
Subjugation.
You're right in terms of like what they're experiencing, but tell me what you would call the oppressed. What would you call them? Give him a hand. That's the word. Even though you didn't get it because you remember the film, but you figured it out. There's a part in the movie where Morpheus says to Neo, he says that the whole purpose of it is to basically prevent you from realizing you're a slave. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the same thing we say in the Isupk because that's a fact. But it's not some machines and some technology and some spooky, you know what I'm saying, sci-fi stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's not the stuff that's keeping you a slave. It's not in the Matrix, you're being kept a slave again by machines and programs. In the real in life, you're being kept a slave by who? The oppressor. Who is what? Exactly, right? And he is what? The devil, the Bible speaks of, right? Give me Job 9-24, right? So again, just concepts. Don't take it too far because that's something that could happen as well. When it comes to some of the things, I know brothers like to read, which is excellent. Reading is a good thing. I love to read. It's always good to read. I'm not telling you not to read. But what did Solomon say? The making of many books, there is no end. I'm paraphrasing. To the making of many books, there is no end. And much study is a what? A weariness of heart. That's right. You can read so much that next thing you know, you'll be getting into numerology, astrology. You'll be like, oh, why does the number 23 keep popping up? Oh, snap. And if you take the 23 and add it with the 5, and then there's 5 of this, and next thing you know, you're doing that. Now you're saying, oh, see, the 12 tribes of Israel is really the 12 zodiac signs. So really, the Aquarius is the, you know what I'm saying? That's where it ends up going. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you, but those are the kind of things some people will take it that far. But to keep it simple, I was telling this to a brother this other week in class on Friday. To keep it simple, Job 9-24.
The book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The earth is given into who?
The hand of the wicked.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
That's right.
All right? Simple. Now we can find out who the wicked is. Read on.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
The wicked does what?
Covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Now the judges is what? The judges would be what? The real Israelites. The real priests and prophets of the Bible. You understand? The real Jews. Now who covered their faces? Who covered Yahushua face and put Edomite gay man who was also into incest? The oppressor did that, right?
That's right.
Who told you? Who made Charlton Heston the damn Moses? The oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Like who told you? On every Bible you find, I mean, you can go into the grocery store, go into the Food Lion right now, and every week they keep saying what? Every time you go to an oppressor and say Jesus is black, what do they say? They say some crap like, oh, actually, they say color doesn't matter, right? He doesn't have a color, good one, right? Some of them might even go as far as say, well, actually, he's from the Middle East, so he would be like Arab. That's what he would probably look like. Olive colored, even though olives only come in green and black. So what the hell? He's either green or he's black. You understand? But they say that because they don't want to say he's what? He's black. You know good and goddamn well that white people do not worship no Osama bin Laden looking Jesus in their houses.
Right.
It's a damn lie. And then you go in their grocery stores, go to Food Lion, and the image of Jesus they always have on them little Time magazine or the tabloids or whatever. It's always what? It's Caesar.
Right.
Every single time. Right? Because that is what they want people to believe. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. Read on.
God. Verse on slack.
Keep going. No, same
If
verse.
not, where and who is he?
That's my favorite part. Read that one more time.
God. If not,
If
where
what?
and who is he?
If not, where and who is he? In other words, if it's not the oppressor, if it's not the so-called white man,
Right.
then who is the devil, bro? Who? There's a hole in the ozone layer that's the size of a small country. Who did that? Who's the one that got oil spillages going into the oceans that's killing off birds and all kinds of animal life? Who does that?
The oppressor, sir.
Who dropped bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki when they weren't even military bases?
The oppressor.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki were basically small civilian towns.
God.
Yeah, what was that about?
They kill innocent people.
No, they purposely
Yeah,
murdered
did it
women
on
and
purpose,
children.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Damn right. That's what they did. That's the oppressor doing that.
That's right.
I mean, we can go all day. We can Sandra Bland, Eric Garner. We do whatever we can camp. You know the vibes. We can do that all day. You feel me? But like, if you just look at everything, man, you ask the trees who's the oppressor, who's the devil the Bible speaks of. Deforestation. You know what I'm saying? The oppressor absolutely hates God.
That's right.
He hates God. And he'll do everything in his power to try to be what? Better than God. Higher than the Most High. Give me that scripture. You know the one, Marshall, if you can find it. If not, I can get it. The one where it says, I'm paraphrasing. I think it's Obadiah. Slack you, bro. Does it say exalted? I think it's the one. It's something like that. I shall be above God or something like that. It might be Obadiah. It's either Obadiah or Malachi, one of them. Right. Yeah, that's the one. That's exactly the one. I will be like the Most High. Give me that one. You understand? But so just answer your question. Yeah, so you see that often where certain words might have overlap because a lot of times they come from us. A lot of concepts are taken from the Bible. I'm trying to think of a good word so I don't get flagged. The sisters who used to be brothers called the Wachowskis. Y'all familiar with them? Okay, well, after they stole the idea from the Matrix from a sister and made that film, right? The Wachowskis were brothers, but they both are now transgendered. Both of them. When they made the Matrix films trilogy, they were two brothers named Larry and I forgot the other one's name. Now it's like Lana and Samantha. I don't know. They're both now transgendered. But when they made that film, you can read their literature. They'll tell you straight up how a lot of it came from the Bible. They'll tell you a lot of it. Remember, Neo's character was originally supposed to be what? Black.
That's right.
That's like you can look that up. That's not some secret or nothing. That's just a fact. Go ahead, GP. It was supposed to be Will Smith, and Will Smith turned down the road to do what? Wow. Hey man, no sweat, bro. Right. But yeah, so that's not nothing surprising or anything for a film to have some overlap with the Bible. You got that, Maisha? If you could.
Book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
So many clues in this Bible to tell you who it's talking about.
Right.
Thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock. The so-called oppressor knows his own. He calls himself a Caucasian because he knows he's from where? The Caucasus Mountains, which is where? In Europe, in Georgia, Russia, right? Right, in that area. He knows that he's a mountainous creature. He shows you in his movies. Go watch Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, they was born with a tail too. Crawling on all fours. Did you hear about that? Like white people, like Caucasians, was born on all fours with a tail. I don't know if you heard about that.
I've
There's
heard
a
people
theory
say
about
that. I've heard people say that. Again, think of it. That's like somebody just taking liberty with figurative language. Meaning this: what does the Bible call the oppressor, other than the oppressor and the devil? What's another phrase or word used to describe the oppressor? Yes, closest to what we're talking about right now. What you just mentioned.
So like it, sir.
Go ahead.
Edom.
Slucky. A beast. Damn right. That's one of the main words the Bible refers to the oppressor as. All the other nations are beasts, but it says he's what? He's the most cunning beast.
Right.
But he's like an animal, right? That's why in the garden he was referred to as what? The serpent, right? Because he has the characteristics of a sneaky, slimy, on all fours, belly down beast. Those are the characteristics that he has.
Right.
You understand? But whether or not he naturally was born with a tail and was on all fours as a race of people, who knows? Maybe. I don't know. Some of them may be born with tails today. I've seen that too. It could happen. But again, I wouldn't get too caught up in that because where it can go.
Right.
Next thing you know, you'll be talking about Yaquab, the big head scientist. Y'all familiar with that? Or Yaqub, the big head. Go look, Google it. Google Yaqub, the big head scientist, and some blackety black will tell you that. Okay, pass me the mic. You can't slack you.
So I had a family member that believes in Yaqub. I asked him like the origin of it. He didn't know, so I looked it up myself. It said Nation of Islam.
Right.
So went to the images just to see,
Yeah.
see, just to get an example of why he would follow it.
Right.
So then it said it Kemetic. So I'm like, why are you following it?
Right.
You don't know where it's coming from.
Right. God, no, excellent point, right? But that's what'll happen. You will have somebody now saying that there's some big head black scientist named Yaqub who grafted and created white people in a lab. It was some what? Magnets? No, the brother in the back said he created them with some magnets. What you say, young man?
He used science and DNA from an albino black person. Basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Basically,
Well,
science.
See, that's why you got to keep it in the Bible.
That's right.
Just keep it simple. Keep it in the Bible, exactly what it says. You know what I'm saying? No need to deviate. Don't need to go any further. Bible, the words are perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
That's why another scripture I'm paraphrasing says, like no other can meet his mate. There's no other book that you need. Now we use other books, right? In here, reference books that a word is corroborate the Bible, that demonstrate, you see, this is accurate. You can see it even here in this history book. You can see it here in this other book that shows how to say this word in Hebrew, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But so a lot of that stuff you just got to take with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Because I was asking.
Get on the mic, Slucky.
Slucky.
You got another one.
I know the general, he had something called Unplugged from the Matrix. That's what made me think about that and ask that question also. Is there a correlation between the Bible and the red pill, unplugging from the Matrix? That's what made me bring that up, because the general has something called Unplugged from the Matrix. That's what made me bring that up.
That was actually a show that I used to do. I was on as well. And yeah, it was called that because conceptually, isn't that what we're doing with our people when we go to camp?
That's right.
Y'all see what's out there. Y'all was out there this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the young men for being out there at camp. Damn right. Y'all got a nice, you know what I'm saying, front, you know what I'm saying, a front row view, just a little bit. I mean, that wasn't nothing major, but just a little bit of what we're battling. We are battling the worst drug known to man. It's worse than crack. It's worse than fentanyl. It's worse than all of that.
Right.
And it's called Christianity.
Damn right.
And Christianity will make people bug out. Absolutely. It will turn people into something else.
So like,
You know what I mean? Please.
It was so heavy when you said about the no other mate.
No, do you think?
The part where you said no other mate, that made me pull a verse on Deuteronomy 4 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Basically talking about
yeah, please.
Keep therefore and do them. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 6, and it reads, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Damn right.
Yeah.
That's an excellent, give him a hand. That's an excellent precept. This Bible is like the brother in the scripture the brother brought out. This Bible, these precepts, or better yet, these commandments and these laws were supposed to be our wisdom in the sight of the nations. Read on actually from there, because it gives you some more of what it was supposed to be like. Deuteronomy is a great book to show you what it was supposed to be like and the prophecy of what it would become if we didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. You can find it in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27 and verse 1, and 28 and 1, 15 and on. Go ahead.
Which shall hear all these statutes.
Hear all these what?
Which shall hear all these statutes.
All these laws that everybody says you can't keep now. All the other nations. Imagine that now. Think about how the other nations look at black people, Latinos, Native Indians now, right, in response to what he's reading. It says that this would be our wisdom in the sight of the nations. And read that last little part again.
Which shall hear all these statutes.
Which shall hear all these statutes. Go ahead.
And say
what?
Surely this great nation is
Surely this what?
Surely this great nation
No, this poor nation.
This great nation.
No, this criminal nation.
This great nation.
No, this all they can do is dribble a basketball and run up a football field nation.
This great nation.
And surely this great nation. Go ahead.
Is a wise and understanding.
Is a what?
Is a wise.
No, they're stupid.
Is a wise.
No, they're silly.
Is a wise.
Oh no, I'm so afraid of them. I don't want to live near them.
Is a wise.
Is a wise. Go ahead.
And understanding people.
And understanding people. We are better than every other race of people on planet Earth.
Yeah, right.
And these
That's
laws,
right.
statutes, and commandments was the thing that was going to make the other nations be like, God damn, right, they don't eat pork. Wait, they would say something like, hold up, they don't get like sick all the time because wait, they don't eat bat wings. They don't have fried bat wings. No. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that nobody in Israel catches malaria because they don't eat mosquito burgers? I know y'all seen the mosquito burgers.
Yeah, we just talking about that in Africa they eat mosquito burgers.
Of course. Mosquito cakes. I can't get over it.
That's disgusting. That's evil.
Good night.
And in the video, when they're making the mosquito burger, a chicken walked right past him. You think I'm joking, bro? Go look up the video again. While that African is making a mosquito burger, the camera goes and there's a chicken walking right there. And to them, it didn't even occur to them to eat the chicken, Kapayoff. It didn't even occur to them to eat the chicken. A lot of them African countries, they don't eat chicken. Do you know that? Whoever seen it, I'm showing my age now. Whoever seen a movie from the 90s called The Arab There? The movie is about a big, tall African that Kevin Bacon goes and tries to recruit for his college basketball team.
So like I said, wasn't it supposed to be Hakeem Olajuwon that was like basically
Probably. Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked. Makes sense, right? In that movie, the African says it. He's like, we don't eat chicken, but they eat mosquito burgers, mosquito patties, and they got all kinds of malaria. I mean, this is an animal that lives by ingesting blood. It's a parasite that sucks on the blood over here and over here and over here. Now imagine if Magic Johnson was in the village. Right. Salaki, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. That's crazy. But still, the point being, if he was in that village and they eating the mosquito burgers over there, you know what's happening. Go ahead, GP.
What's that disease called that mosquitoes often carry?
West Nile virus.
It's something.
Malaria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They carry all
the Zeke. Yeah. They got, I mean, and then like I said, if magic is near, it can't wait. So whatever disease is around, the mosquitoes got it.
This is disgusting.
Now they got you. You know what I'm saying? And they eating mosquito burgers. That's why the scripture says that it would be our wisdom in the sight of the nations. Who would say what again? Read that, young man. The last verse you was on. The water GP.
All right. Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Okay. That's it. Come on. Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Is there any more? What's the next verse say?
Next verse. Got you. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 7 reads, "For what nation is there so great?
Yeah.
Who have God so nigh unto them?
Who has what?
Who have God so nigh unto them."
Who has the Lord so nigh unto them? What does that mean?
Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
He basically, I could say, put his blessing over them.
You can say that. That's one way you could definitely put it. That's not wrong. Go ahead, Aisha.
Salakia, sir. Lord is with us.
Simple. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's how it's supposed to be. The Lord is supposed to be with us.
Damn right.
With us. So when we went to war, we was gonna win.
Damn right.
When we had to get land, we was gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the scripture in Deuteronomy says all these blessings shall come unto thee. So that's why you was right, young man. You was right when you said the blessing, because that's what we were supposed to get. But instead, we got this because we wanted to eat bat wings. Go ahead.
This is off topic. To go back to the mosquitoes, Bill Gates actually released 2 million different mosquitoes of his own creation.
Oh, did he?
Into Africa.
Did he?
Yes.
Wow. Hey, I don't know, man. These devils do all kind of stuff, man. These devils will do all kind of stuff. You see what's happening with Brett Favre. These devils. Ain't y'all Packers fans? Of course. No sweat. That's what these devils do, man. They always behind the curtain doing some craziness. You know what I'm saying?
Taking out the heathen customs.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But was that a question somebody had? Because you had asked a thing about the red pills and everything, or red pill, blue pill thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's all it is. Just overlap with things like that for sure. But is there any other questions in the room? Please.
Also, I want to talk back to the red pill thing. What about dating? Because they talk about red pill and blue pill in the dating world. What are your thoughts on that?
Dating world?
Yeah, red pill is pretty much you have awareness, pretty much woke up as far as the dating world. Blue pill is saying you're a beta male or a simp or something.
Nah, I would just
beta male.
I know I heard of the term of beta male for sure, but in terms of the dating world, I don't know. I'm not up on that. I would just tell you, brother, when it comes to the dating world, my advice is to just do you know what I'm saying, follow the protocols. We got protocols in here based on that. You know what I'm saying? Not let them sisters come in here, do they 90 days, just like you, bro. I wouldn't worry about that right now. You know what I mean? There's a reason why when brothers come in, sisters come in, notice in here, everybody's separated. You go to the Christian church, you'd be right here to be a sister right here, a sister right here, everybody mingling together, right? Because that's exactly what the church is, Christian mingle. That's what it is. It's Christian mingle. It's a damn website, right? But realistically, you got to give brothers and sisters an opportunity to do what? Shed themselves of the world. It takes time. It takes time. Listen, man, and it know what's gonna end up happening. It's something that happens to all of us. You know what I mean? We all got the weight of the world, all the things, all the trauma we've been through, everything we done did, and those things, those demons that have attached themselves to us, and they still be on us. That's a lifelong fight. It's never going anywhere. You're gonna have to fight the same demons for the rest of your life. You're gonna have to fight them all the time. But them demons be fresh on you when you're coming about the world. And 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be in a class, and you know what I'm saying, whatever your demon is, that teacher's probably gonna speak about that demon. He's gonna say it, and you're gonna be like, damn, I got that one. You know what I'm saying? And that teacher's gonna say just the right thing to make you feel just bad enough to be like, you know what? Oh man, I keep coming to this class and he keeps saying, you know what I mean? He keeps talking about that thing that I do. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, Lord willing, you just, I can't do that no more. I can't be, if I'm gonna be with my brothers, man, I can't be that person. You know what I mean? And that's really what it's all about. And like I said, sisters got to have a chance to do that too, because they got all kind of trauma, things from their past or whatever. And so that's why everybody waits their 6 months, called the 1 year rule. They wait these 6 months at least before they get their name and so on and so forth, or before they not get their name, because that's 90 days, but 6 months before they can court anybody is what I'm trying to say, Salakia. And then after that, if there's interest, then of course the brother and sister will have to do what? Get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. And if they get permission, then they spend another 6 months what? Courting each other to find out if what? They even damn like each other. You know what I'm saying? Just to find out if they even like being around each other. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? I don't want none of my brothers to get caught up in some nasty B word, some nasty dragon that comes in here for a couple weeks or a couple of months and fronts because she puts on a head wrap, talking about Khan, sir, and acting like she, you know what I'm saying? She loves this brotherhood, she loves this school, but meanwhile she's just a wicked B word. Nah, I wouldn't want none of y'all to fall up, and I also wouldn't want any disgusting brother who's not worth his salt to come in here, put on all black. Or halfway put on all black, and then some sister who's really about, you know what I'm saying, doing the work of the Lord, some wicked Negro, you know what I'm saying, who can't get the world off of him, ends up messing the sister up. You know what I'm saying? So that goes both ways. And here we're about protecting black people, Latinos and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? And Christian church is not the place to get protected. Ooh-wee. That's the worst place to go. So yeah, so again, I don't know what it means in the dating world. And I'm not telling you that this is to brothers. It's not to say that a brother cannot talk to a sister that's in the world or whatever the case may be. I wouldn't advise it. I certainly would not advise it. But it's not a sin if you see a sister you like and that's out there. If she's in here, you can't talk to her. You feel me? A sister that walks in this building and sits in this chair, if she does not have a husband, no one is talking to her other than Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Alataba Shema Shai, or whatever needs to be talked about if she's bringing food or if she needs a ride or something like that. That's it. Any other conversation beyond that, ain't no DMs, none of that taking place in here. Like I said, this is not the damn love connection. It's not Christian mingle or none of that. This is a school. You know what I'm saying? That's about what? Building up Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. And so we have to give each other those opportunities to become new people. You know what I'm saying? That would only be fair. All right. No sweat. Any other questions in the room? I don't know what y'all might put on this damn table. Some kind of social media over here. I don't know if there's Instagram. What you got, Mike Shaw?
Come on, sir. If I could. Any scriptures particularly about against lying? Basically.
Scriptures particularly against lying.
Kind of, sir.
Okay. Let's see. Hold up. I know how much. Oh, I'm bugging. Okay. Let's see what we got. And again, if y'all got questions online on any of the social media, I see we got ICBK Goldsboro over here to Instagram. We got questions also on Facebook or YouTube. Just type them into the chat. We should be able to see them and answer them. Slack, please. Okay. A question online? Oh, online. Okay, come on. Can I read it? I can see if it pops up from here. I can see like the little red bubble will pop up, so I can see it from here. But I will ask you in a few minutes to check it. But it's good for now. The water, yeah, young man.
This is Psalms 119, verse 163.
Mm-hmm.
I hate and arbor lying, but die law do I love.
Read it from the top. I read it slow. Let me get there with you. Psalms 119, the verse. What is it?
163.
163. All right, read it nice and slow, nice and loud. Pause.
163. I hate and abhor lying.
Okay, that word is abhor.
Abhor. Okay. Abhor love lying.
Mm-hmm.
But die law do I love.
That's a good one, right? I abhor lying. Who's talking here for one? Who? Say it again. That's right. Damn right. King David is talking. The Psalms is by King David, right? King David is talking. And he said, I abhor lying. I abhor lying. And why did he say I hate and abhor? Why? Because hate and abhor is not always the same thing. Okay. But he's saying I hate and I abhor lying because to abhor something, what does it mean to abhor something? Close. Yeah, Mike Shaw.
Sir, is to hate something is an action. It's an action basically to
There we go.
yeah,
It's like
to
the
hate.
action of hating something.
Kind of. That's
To hate something is just to not like it.
To like
I
it,
hate
sir.
it. To abhor something is to treat hatefully, right? So when you abhor lying, what are you saying you do?
So like, sir, I actually pulled the definition from offline.
Oh, please, go ahead.
Abhor means to regard with disgust and hatred.
Give me another one. Any more?
See, that's it.
Yeah. So that's not a bad definition, but the full definition of abhor is to treat disdainfully or hatefully. So it's to the action of it. So if King David is saying, I abhor lying, he's saying, I don't do that. Like he abhors the action of it. It's not just some concept in his head. It's like, I don't like people do. He's saying, no, like I am disdainfully against that. I don't do that. And anybody that I know who's, close to me doesn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get another one. Okay, GP. Give me that one too. Give me Proverbs 12 and 22. Give me Proverbs 6 and 17. And I got one more that I'm gonna use to cap it off.
Like it. I got 6-17.
Give me the one GP got first. So you hold Rico, you hold that one. Maya Shaw, get the other one that GP just said. Oh yeah, we read that one.
Come. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 22. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. Salakia. God, slack, sir.
No sweat.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
Lying lips are an abomination to the
Lying
Lord.
lips are what?
Are an abomination.
What's an abomination? Yeah, it says lying lips are an abomination, but give me the definition of an abomination. Yeah, Mike, sure?
Okay. Abomination, Oxford Dictionary. A thing that causes disgust or hatred.
A thing that causes disgust or hatred. Specifically, an abomination is a thing that causes disgust or hatred by whom? Damn right. The Most High. An abomination is something that the Lord regards with disgust.
That's right.
Or hatred. Now read the scripture again.
Come. Book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 22. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord.
Right. Read.
But they that deal truly are his delight.
Damn right. Now, young man, get that last one.
So like it, sir. Also, on Proverbs 6:17, I'm gonna read.
Yeah.
Right above that, it says, "Ye seven are an abomination unto him."
That's because I think that's the scripture that talks about the 7 things the Lord hates.
All right, so this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 17. And it reads, "A proud look, a lying tongue."
No, I see it. Go to verse above it, because that tells you what it's about to tell you. So read the verse above it, 16.
Verse 16. These 6 things doth the Lord hate.
Mm-hmm.
Ye 7 are an abomination unto him.
These 7 are an abomination unto him, right? So he's about to tell you these things that the Lord is, these are things the Lord really, really hates. This is one of my favorite scriptures. Read on.
Verse 17. A proud look.
He hates a proud look. Go ahead.
A lying tongue.
A what?
A lying tongue.
That's something else the Lord hates. So going back to my your question about lying. These are some of the main things, the most top things the Lord hates. A proud look. Doesn't mean you can't be proud of yourself or something. What's a proud look? Yeah, young man.
Like proud is like ego, like being full of yourself, like pretty much.
You want it?
Like a proud look is like pretty much you want like you're like a glory hound, like you exalt yourself above people, like being proud, like like an ego,
on it,
like an ego in a sense.
It is that, but more so, think of it like this. Think of it like you are without shame.
Without shame, like
you are without shame,
like holier than thou, like you can do no wrong, or like above critique.
Like you're without shame in situations where you should feel shame. You're what?
Like arrogant.
Proud.
Arrogant.
Prideful, slack. That's where I was going to go, right? I was going to go. What do they call it? The what parade?
Pride.
The pride parade. Because it used to be something that would make you feel what?
Shameful.
Shameful. But because they're proud, they won't accept, you know what? This is shameful. Let me change my life. They'll say, no. I'm proud. I'm gonna be this now. It's not the same. It's not the same as James Brown saying what? I'm black and I'm proud.
Salakia, sir.
This scripture's not talking about that. Go ahead.
Another thing, I just got another precept to go with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1 John 2:16.
Just read it real fast.
For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world.
Exactly, the pride of life. The Bible tells you that black people should be proud. In fact, King Solomon said what? He said what? I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem. He literally said, I'm black and I'm proud. You know what I'm saying? I'm black and I'm beautiful. So saying to be black and proud is something that's in the scriptures. That's a good thing to be. To be proud to be an Israelite. King David was a proud Israelite. Right. You know what I'm saying? Paul was a proud Israelite. When they thought he was an Egyptian, he didn't just say, no, I'm just human. No, he said, no, I ain't no damn Egyptian. I'm what? I'm an Israelite. I'm a Jew from Tarsus. He was proud of what he was. That's not the kind of pride this is talking about. This is talking about, like the young man was saying, talking about arrogance, ego, where you lack shame. Go ahead, read on, young man. Who was my HR reading it? No, you was reading it. Yeah, you finish it out. My bad, bro.
Verse 17. Oh, yeah. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed the innocent blood.
Hands that shed innocent blood. By the way, everything you're reading describes who? Proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood. Read on.
In heart that deviseth wicked imaginations.
Deviseth wicked imaginations. Go ahead.
Feet that be swift and running to mischief.
Running to mischief. Go ahead.
A false witness that speaketh lies.
A false witness that speaketh lies. How many times is a black man going to jail for a crime he hasn't committed because of the testimony of somebody who's just a lying devil? A false witness. Go ahead. Any more?
And he that soweth discord among brethren.
And does the oppressor not make black men hate each other? Right. Does the oppressor not sow discord among the Israelites? The way you got MS-13, you know what I'm saying, Norteños, Soreños, you got Bloods, Crips, GDs, BDs, Woos, Chos all day long. Why? Because the oppressor is the devil, the Bible speaks of. Right. You know what I'm saying? You can drop that. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Yarmak.
Yeah. This one.
Yeah, give Officer Thabawan a hand for holding it down. Salakia. All right, where were we at? What scripture were we on? All right. We're going over what?
We're touching on lying. Brother Mayashar brought something about scriptures about lying.
I'm assuming you're good on that, right? All right. No. Any other questions? Mayashar.
Yeah, kind of, sir. If I could I get a breakdown on Ezekiel 1:22? It's about the chariots, but I just wanted more clarification on it. Select.
All right. I don't. Yeah, we gotta get up on them thing. All right, come on. Oh, go ahead. You have something?
I had a question about Moses. Is it true? Like I was looking something about Moses. Is it true that Moses was African, or is that like nonsense?
That's not true. That's not true at all. Yeah. Hold on a second. Moses was definitely not an African. So he just went there traveling.
Yeah, I was basically asking that because I wanted more clarity on Moses. Because like I was like before I came into the school, I remember people saying Moses was black, but then they was also throwing stuff around that Moses was possibly an African. So that's why I was asking for clarity, more clarity on Moses.
I mean, of course, I don't know what you're referring to as far as what you read, but I could assume that people would say that Moses was an African simply because he was raised under Pharaoh. You understand? But of course, if you go into the Bible, which speaks about who Moses is, who he was, what he did, of course, Moses was a Levite, if I'm not mistaken.
Haitian, right? Yeah, Haitian.
Right. So he would have been Kodak Black today. You understand? Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny sometimes when you think about the different tribes and you try to find somebody in that tribe and think of them. But like back then, like, damn, man, can you imagine Kodak Black like living with Pharaoh? You understand? And then he coming down and he like just turn into a super gremlin and get busy on one of them. Yeah, he know. He say he from the tribe of Levi. He knows it. The water. You understand? But it's funny to just just look at those things. But as far as to answer your question, there's no ties to Moses being an African. That makes no sense. You understand? Because why would Moses go against his own people for some slaves?
Right.
Yeah, no, that's not. You had a question, right? Oh yeah, come on with your the precept.
Come on. It's Book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, verse 22. And the likeness of the firmament upon the heads of the living creature was as the color of the terrible crystal.
So what is the firmament?
It's like, sir, the firmament is the stratosphere that
it's the ozone layer.
Kind.
All right, it's the sky above their head. The firmament is what NASA has to pierce through every time they send rocket ships into space, which is why it takes so long and they have to calculate to the very pinpoint of a tenth of a second of when they set rocket ships off, because they're trying to go right through where they pierced 10 years ago. That's what the firmament is. It's something that we were not supposed to go through.
Right.
But of course, the oppressor is the devil, which is why we have what? What do they say we have? Because it's holes in the ozone layer.
Oh, yeah.
Global warming. Yeah, we have all of a sudden, you idiot. We have global warming because there's holes in the ozone layer. But meanwhile, you're busting through the damn thing. You understand? But what Ezekiel is saying is a vision of these angels. And above them, you understand, he's seeing the sky. And the sky had this color, the color of terrible crystal, almost like a dark crystal. You understand? Keep going.
Okay. Stretched forth over their heads above. Verse 23. And under the firmament were their wings straight.
So these angels had wings. You understand?
Come.
Keep going.
Come. The one toward the other. Every one had two, which covered on this side. And every one had two, which covered on that side.
Meaning what? How many wings did they have in total? 4. They had 2 on both sides of their body. Keep going.
Come. Verse 24. And when they went, I heard the noise of their wings, like the noise of great waters, as the voice of the Almighty, the voice of speech, as the noise of an host. When they stood, they let down their wings.
So was this something specific you needed to know about this?
Yeah, it's like, sir, it's included with the breakdown of the chariots. I just want to know that they're 1 and 22. How did it fit into describing the chariots?
Remember, the angels can take on many different forms. You understand? Like, you may see an angel and it damn near look just like me, right? Or you may see an angel and that nigga look like Jeepers Creepers. You don't know. But this is the vision that Ezekiel's having of the angels that he's seeing. But the point of the angel scriptures is that these are monstrous beasts. These are not babies floating around. You understand? Regardless of what vision that you see of the angels, they're always four. There's one where it says that they have 4 faces, all at one damn time. You understand? Like they're all terrible creatures, which is something to not be played with. Which is why you should think twice about eating pork.
Right.
It's why you should think twice about celebrating Christmas, because if you want that thing after you, good night. Like imagine if Jeepers Creepers. How many of y'all seen Jeepers Creepers? Imagine if Jeepers Creepers was like damn near a Levitical priest, and that nigga was the one that's coming after you if you eat some pork. I know we go all the way off the wall, but just imagine the fear that you would have. You would be like, hell nah. And you wake up and you see that thing outside at dark at night, and you like, nah, I ain't trying to do that. I don't think that microphone is on. Also, if anyone have questions online, type them in the chat.
So like you, sir. You remember like in the Old Testament, it's like you get stoned for breaking laws.
Right.
It's like I thought about it now. It's like if we went back to that in today's time, it'd be a lot of people like getting stoned.
Yeah, it would be. You understand? It'll be a lot of people who will get punished, but there's also going to be a lot of people who get punished even today. They may not be getting stoned to death, but Christ is coming back to put judgment on this earth, which is why it's important to be in here. Like the scriptures say, to make thy election sure. So you either have your gain and your fun today, or you can work for that crown that you'll get. You understand, when Christ get back? What you got? But you're absolutely correct. You understand, to your point, that the way that Christians think that you can live today, they would absolutely be getting hit by rocks in the Old Testament. You understand, for doing the nasty, disgusting things that they think is okay today. My bad, Salakia, come on.
Sir, Khan. Yeah, I wanted to also bring up you. I remember I asked you a question about the lake of fire, and you mentioned that concept came from a book that was written. I forgot the name of the book that you told me it was from, but you said the lake of fire came from some book.
I don't remember that. The lake of fire,
hell, like the hellfire, like going to hell.
Well, that's different. Now remember, the lake of fire and hell fire is 2 different things.
Yeah, it was like a book you were telling me that.
Dante's Inferno, yeah, but I'm just trying to make sure that you don't have General Hyman calling me. No. Did you say that the lake of fire came from Dante? 2 different things.
I worded it wrong, Salaki. But
yeah,
it's called Dante's Inferno.
Right, Dante. It's a book. It's a collection of I think poems. Yeah. Right. It's a long poem that goes through different chambers of different ways of dying, different deaths. But of course, they took burning. You understand? And they took that poem and they kept it throughout Christianity to now today. They think that hell is burning an entire fire, right? Eternal fire forever. Which is nonsense. Right. You understand? Like I said, Christianity is stupid. It doesn't make no sense. If Satan and God is fighting each other, then why are you going to hell and burning for disobeying God? Let's think about that for a second. If Satan wants you to be, let's say, evil, right? Good, right? Let's say Satan wants you to be evil and God wants you to be good. But Satan and God hate each other. They fighting each other, and Satan is underneath the earth and God is in the sky. And you choose to be, because isn't there people who worship Satan? Isn't there people who worship the devil and they put the goat's head and do all them dumb idiot rituals and things like that? So they choose to be evil. What sense does it make that they chose to be on the side of Satan? And because they made the choice to choose Satan, who hates God, that when they die, they have to go and burn for eternal damnation? Ain't they on Satan's team? Wouldn't they just be up in there just chilling with Satan? Why is it a bad thing to go to hell? If you choose Satan, you should be on Satan's side. That shouldn't be a punishment. You made your choice. That doesn't make sense. It's like choosing Ukraine or Germany. Nigga, like you made a choice either way. Go ahead. Right.
Every evil person, he should have Hitler down there and
right.
all these people on his team.
Man, look, like I said, man, it doesn't make no sense. You understand? Like the brother said, his army should be massive. And they should be gearing up to go to war. They're gonna crack out the sky. It's gonna be like Michael Jackson Thriller. The zombies gonna start coming up and they're gonna start fighting with angels. But you ain't gonna fight with nobody. You burning them all up to damnation. That's stupid. I don't even want to stay on that for too much long. Come on.
Lastly, the Talmud.
Mhm.
I've never read the book before, but could you give me like a breakdown or overview about what that book, the Jewish book, the Talmud is? Because I've heard that book before.
The Talmud.
I heard it's demonic or evil. Like, are you familiar with Talmud?
I don't know about it being demonic or evil. I mean, the Talmud. Like, do any of y'all got any of the books? Like, do you have a physical copy of the Talmud?
No, I do not. And I've never read it. I've heard about the Talmud, but I've never read the book personally.
Okay. Here's what you need to do. You need to get the Talmud, right? Purchase the book, and then when you need to start a campfire, use it to start the damn fire. You understand? That's what you need to do if you have the Talmud. I don't know what else really to tell you. The Talmud is, like, again, all of these different books are just books that fit the religion. It's not, these books don't go with what God said. It goes with being a Jewish Christian is about. That's their life. That's what they want to, that's what they wrote, so it fits their religion, but it has nothing to do with God. Simple as that. I don't really know how else to put it. I don't study the Talmud, of course. I step on it if I get the chance. That's pretty much that. Anything else? They're not to say now. If you really want to break down on the Talmud, there are brothers who, of course, they're a little bit more patient than I am, and they're a little bit more studious, and they go into studying different things and different books and different architecture and articles and things like that. So if you really want a breakdown of the Talmud, I'll put you in the right direction and getting that broken down, because there's definitely scholars in here who go through that. Me, on the other hand, I tend to use these things as fire starters. You understand? You guys might have shown I burn boxes all the time, and I'm always looking for something to burn. So God forbid there's a Talmud in my house one day or a Quran. That is going first. You understand? Anything else? I still got your question. Someone had another question. I think I went over. I skipped. Oh, I got it. Okay. Anything else? Anything online? Tabuan, is it any way you can still see online questions or Oh, on that. Oh, okay, most not Christ. I guess I can see it too now. No sweat. All right. Any other questions? Y'all better ask it now. I'm about to start playing Christian. And Tabuan is out the game. He ain't gonna help y'all now. No sweat. Going once, going twice. All right. All right, so no sweat. I'm a Christian now. Now I'm just asking you a question. I ain't gonna say I'm a Christian. All right, you brothers, man. Y'all just went to camp. Camp is glorious. Y'all got 3 boot kisses. Some devil walked up, gave a boot kiss, and then wrote the school a check for $10,000. Anyway, wrote you a check for $10,000. Y'all like, man, we about to go out tonight, man. We about to step out, hit the club, so on and so forth. So y'all step out and y'all go to the club. And when y'all go in there, 2 brothers, right? They see, let me see, how can I put this? Let's say I'm speaking to you. You see a woman in there at the bar. As soon as you get in there, you like, man, that woman right there, bad. Like, she all kinds of bad. And you step to her, and you go up to her, you start, you understand, spitting your game, whoop-de-woo, get your number, whatever, do what you got to do, and then you step off, right? But then let's say a brother who outranks you, he got more rank than you, he over you. He come to you and he say, man, hey, Salakia, brother, man. I seen you hollering at that sister, but you understand, like, when we first came in here, I seen her too. But before I went to talk to her, I went to the bathroom to go freshen up, make sure I won't stink, and make sure, I had my breath right. And then when I came out, I seen you talking to her, and I was like, damn. So I held back, but out the spirit of brotherhood and rank and order, brother. If I could, Baba Kasai, I need to go holler at that sister. I kind of need you to stand down on this one. I need that one. What do you do? Don't all speak at once. These are questions y'all better start asking, because this can happen. This can happen. A brother may see you talking to a sister, but I need to holler at her. Who the brave soul?
Okay, Salaki.
Uh-huh.
So I guess I would say you try your hand, but I won't talk to her if you do get the chance. But if she not messing with you, then I'll take. I don't know.
No sweat.
It's like it, sir. I would say out of the spirit, brotherhood is like kind of like he said, it's like you allow it to happen, but you can allow the woman to choose. Basically, I would say
out the spirit of brotherhood. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else?
So, like, sir, if I could, I would.
No, you can't.
Oh, okay.
No, you can't. Salakia, brother. You done went through Hebrew Academy.
Go,
yeah, no. And it'll be cheating because I know you answered wrong the first time you heard this question. Yeah. Answer the first. Get the first answer you gave. Oh man, damn, Yeah, Salakia. Y'all brothers, y'all can come out with me then. Yeah, y'all gonna allow me to just take y'all women? Cause I outrank y'all? Cause I got a 0 beside my name? Come on, man. You done went to the sister, you done put in the work, you done got the sister number, you gonna allow a brother to come and say, hey, I need you to stand down. And you said out the spirit of brotherhood, I guess you could take my woman? Come on.
No.
Come on now. What should happen?
So I was going to say, like, I agree with what this brother was saying here. He said, like, let her choose. But at the same time, I was going to say, like, we should step to the side and have a conversation, like, in a respectful manner, out of respect for brother. Like, I was hollering at her first. You don't mind? Let me finish the situation. Let me, like, talk. We could talk it out. Because that's what brothers do. Like, if you have I ain't gonna say like a disagreement, you trying to figure something out, like, y'all should be able to talk it out as men, out of respect and out of brotherhood. So that's what I would do. Just like, step to the side for understanding.
Yeah. You understand? Like, in this school, we are raising up men to 120% absolutely respect rank and order. Absolutely. Absolutely. You give your life for that brother that's above you the same as you give your life for the man that's underneath you. But we raising up men. We ain't raising up no bitches. Salakia. Right. Ain't raising up no girls that'll say, yeah, go ahead. You can sleep with my woman if you want to, sir. Salakia, sir. You want to sleep in my bed tonight with my woman? Well, you do outrank me, and out the spirit of brotherhood, I guess I have to allow it to happen. Oh, Salakia, sir. I mean, you do outrank me, so I guess you have the right to use my toothbrush and brush your teeth with my toothbrush. At some point, you gotta say what? La sir. What you mean can you use my tooth? What you mean can you sleep with my woman? What you mean can you counsel my woman privately? No. You understand? Even General Hyman will ask if it's okay if your woman gets counsel on her own, because you not. What we don't do in here is take advantage over brothers. That's right. You understand? And as young men, when you come into the school, you look up to the men that's above you. You look up to them. And so you damn near like, damn, I'll do anything. I'll do anything for these niggas, man. They tell me to go to the gas station and grab the water that's sitting outside and run back to the school. You damn near like, I'm going to do it. Because they said do it. You understand? What you got?
I would say it's like, I think we talked about this in class, is like basically like anything that's lawful you can do, but anything that's unlawful, like don't.
Yeah, you don't follow no unlawful order.
That's right.
You understand? And you don't let no man just come in here and treat you poorly because of his rank. You don't do that. You understand? If you feel like a brother is giving an order that you're uncomfortable with, or you feel like he's just being a little bit too much of an asshole out. Then you take him to counsel. First of all, you take him to the side and you say, hey, look, brother, Salakia. But I don't like the way that, you know, I feel like you told me to clean up, and then you threw the broom at me, and it hit me in the head. I don't like the way you did that. You told me to hold the radio down and you threw it at me, and now I got a knot on my head, and then you told me I was hard-headed. I don't like the way that you talking to me. And if he say, well, you an officer of nothing, and I'm a 5,000, drop. You drop. You drop, and you say, no sweat, no sweat out of one. And you get on the phone with Captain Isupk ASAP, and you say, Salakia, sir, I have to take this brother to counsel. And then he will get dealt with. You understand? Counsel will deal with it, but you don't ever allow someone to beat you out the truth. Because after a while, after taking so much beating like that, then you'll leave the truth, and then you'll go put on purple panties with the rest of the panty purple wearing faggots.
Right.
You'll go be with them because you weren't man enough to just do what the scriptures say to do. You understand? Don't allow someone to do that to you. If a brother is offending you, you do what?
You pull him to the side and private have a conversation with that man.
Right. And if he still don't agree, then you do what?
Take it to the Captain Isupk.
You take it to counsel. It may be Captain Isupk. It may be
whoever's in.
It may be Tabawan. You understand? If Tabawan is right there and he's here in the moment, or Officer Gaparioff is right there and they're the highest ranking man, you need to talk to somebody right now. You may have to go to them. They may have to assume operational command of the situation until another higher ranking man can step in. You understand? But you don't allow those things to happen. You don't allow a brother to put his hands on you. You understand? To just smack you in the face and then say, suck it up, Hebrew Academy. No, that's not what we're doing here. And you're not to allow anyone to treat you in that way in here. You understand? You are to defend yourself. Right. You defend your honor the same way you're trying to build it. You understand? You don't let someone just come and take it, because that's not brotherly for him to treat you like that. And that's what you get when you do what? When you join gangs. When you join gangs, that's what you get. When you join fraternities, that's what they get. That's what you get. The world believes in breaking you down so that you could be molded into whatever disgusting piece of shit they want you to be. Right. Even in the military, they break you down so you could be a disgusting jarhead or whatever the hell they want you to be. But in here, we build men. Done. You understand? We don't break you down from nothing. We teach you the truth, and you grow, and then you become who the Lord wants you to be. You understand? But keep that in mind. Any question on that? Now that I gave that scenario. All right. Now, what are we in the bar? And we at the table. It's brunch. Tabawan done took us out. GP there. Mahayar there. We all there. Y'all all there. Y'all young men, officer 50. And we at the table. And the waitress comes out. And god damn. Oof. She is bad. We done been drinking bottomless mimosas for 2 hours. All of us is on 10. Every last single one of us is like, I'm going to speak. I'm going to holler at that. I'm going to holler at that. Everybody's saying the same thing. And we all ready to do it. All of us is like, yo, y'all got 10 seconds to decide because I'm about to go. How you handle that situation? You know, man.
First come, first serve.
First come, first serve. Anybody else?
So like I said, I'm about to say the same thing. It's like whoever talked to her first.
Whoever talked to her first. Anybody else?
Same. Whoever talked to her first, because if we all rush up there at the same time, yeah, we're gonna be looking. We're gonna be looking crazy, out of order.
Damn
like
right,
we don't
you're
have
gonna be looking crazy.
Like we don't got no discipline. Like we don't know how to act.
But do you?
Say it again.
You just said something very heavy in what you just said. You said if you all rush up there all at once, you're gonna look like you don't have no discipline and you're out of order. Now you're saying that what should happen?
Let the brother who stepped to her first talk to her out of respect.
Is that order?
Oh, no.
Come on. Do you have discipline and order if you just let whoever just go first?
Nah,
Where's
like,
the order?
You get supposed to get. I think you should get permission first, like you said.
I wouldn't say necessarily
Not permission, but have a conversation.
Anybody else want to try to just paint the picture of what should happen in that day? You at the table, y'all young men, Officer 50, you got some 500, some 1,000, and let's say Officer Abraham, he's a 5,000, he with us, right? So that's the rank, that's there. What should happen?
I was gonna say try to get a sober mind before you try to speak to the system.
Sober mind? Nah, you ain't gotta get sober. You can holler at her. Don't be a drunk. Now, if you that drunk, yeah, sit your ass down, salagi for my language. If you that drunk, chill out. But you just feeling good. You good. You winded right now. What should happen? Shaw, come on.
Okay, come. It go by ranking order, sir. If everybody at the table is interested in it, go by ranking order.
If go ahead.
Sorry, sir. I was gonna say if the highest ranking man, say swings and a miss, you know what I'm saying, and then hey, it's permission for the next man to step up.
If no one has spoken to this woman, and it's an even playing field, all you would do is you would say, "Salaki, sir, you trying to talk to that?" And he more than likely he's gonna say what? Nah, brother. If you want to go, go. More than likely, that's what's gonna happen because that brother has what? He said ribs. Nah. We done had some 5,000s that won't marry. You understand? But he has what other than ribs, or no ribs, whatever. He has brotherhood, and so if he see you and you like all flary eyed and you ready. Like, damn, like you done seen a rack of ribs, beef ribs. Like, you may say, you know what, go ahead, Ak. You go do your thing. But the point is that you want to get a respect and you want to give the authority to the highest ranking man first, right? You want to go down the line, all the way down the line. Because at some point, you'll be him and you'll have men that's underneath you. And the young men, you'll see them making those kinds of mistakes. They'll just do certain things and you'll just be looking like, and then now you got to correct it. And it'll just all come full circle. You'll see the same mistakes you was making, and then you're going to have to correct some of the brothers that come after you because they're going to make the same mistakes. But you always want to keep that discipline, that rank, and that order. When you, like the generals say, the best young men make the best troopers. The best troopers make the best officers. The best officers make the best captains, and the best captains make the best generals. You have to be the best servant before you could be the best leader, which is why Commander General Yohana is the head of all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, because he was the greatest servant. There are stories to this day that they tell about Commander General Yohana. Who know what his nickname used to be? Give him a hand. How the hell you even know this?
The 12 tribe chart, and he said he was around High Priest Arya, Yeshaya. He said everybody know because I was there. I was the chicken man. I was there. I was there with all of them.
He was the brother. They said, man, we need some damn chicken. And you know who they sent? The man who you honor today as Commander General Yohana. He was the man who jumped out of his seat and said, "Khan, what kind, sir?" and went and got the chicken and came back inside the door. You understand? And he wasn't too good to go get chicken. He wasn't too good to go mop floors or sweep floors or vacuum or whatever he had to do. Right. And now he's the head of the whole nation of Israel as it stands today. You understand? So you want to remember that. The greatest leaders are always the best servants. The brothers who, when you in convoys, and the brothers who, when we stop at gas station, those brothers who hop out the vehicle and automatically get on Shamar, who hop out the vehicle and automatically get on Cap Night Doc, or whoever the highest ranking man is, and they just there, just serving. The brother who automatically gets in and goes and takes the gas pump from Cap Night Doc and says, "Salaki, sir, I got it, sir. What kind of gas do you use, sir? Salaki, sir, let me get the door for you. Salaki, sir, let me carry that bag for you. Salaki, sir, let me get this for you." Those men make the greatest leaders. You understand? Because they understand what it feels like to be a servant. And so now they'll never do what? They'll never hurt the men that's under them.
That's right.
Because they knew what it took. They know what it takes to be a great servant so that they could be a leader. And so now when men come under them, they do what? They follow him because they can see it. They can see, okay, I see the work that he's put in. He's not like that arrogant son of a, you understand? That a-hole who just because he was
whatever situation, he got his rank raised, and now he think he better than everyone else. Like what Thapawan was teaching before, not to be what? Proud. You understand? He got a proud look where he should be shameful for the things he's doing, for the way that he treats brothers, for the way that he talked to the men that's underneath him. He should be ashamed of being like that, but he's not, because he got a 0 beside his name. You understand? Don't do that. And don't raise up that way, because that's not how we raise up our men. You understand? Anything else? Go ahead.
Funny that you bring Commander Junior Hunter up, because I remember last, what was that, the feast? I remember when I was coming off the stage after reading the scripture, Austin Zion's like, young man Justin, you going to Bojangles. So me and the other brother, I forgot the brother's name from Fayetteville, but we had went and we got the chicken. The chicken.
Warrior Allah?
Yeah, we had to go get the chicken. It took 30 minutes, but I remember the brother said, like, they said they didn't have enough chicken, so we had to wait for 30 minutes. And then he called Officer Zion. He said, you always don't do nothing other than what the officers tell you to do. I don't care how long it takes. Call and check first.
Right.
So it's funny you bring that up, because that's an experience that I had.
Right.
And that's what I learned. I learned something new.
Yeah, you be the chicken man for the day, man. Most High in Christ. I don't know how many times we done had to go get chicken or go get pizza or go next door to get the beers or whatever the case may be, which I wish I had right now, but with no sweat. You understand? Good night. But that's what you got to do, man, and that's how you grow inside of this truth. You understand? Like in the military and the police force, you grow by hurting people, and here we grow by saving lives, by helping each other. That's how you grow. That's what the generals notice. You understand? Any questions on that scenario? Any questions about that topic? Any questions at all? Because these things may happen. You in Hebrew Academy, a brother who is in the Hebrew Academy with you. He come to you, he outrank you, and he tell you to drop while y'all at the bowling alley with all the sisters. And he say drop. Well, this is probably more of a question for Maisha. What would you do?
Sluggy, sir. I would say, hold on. Drop is like push-ups, right? Am I tripping?
You drop.
Okay. In that situation, it's like you got to do it. It's
out of Brotherhood.
It's unlawful. It's unlawful.
That's unlawful to drop.
The bowling alley is like
you getting lost, huh? Yeah, if you don't know, you don't know.
Normally, like if I was in that situation, I'd probably like ask for understanding. You know, just to understand what I might have did wrong, where I was in error. You know, just to get an understanding of why I have to drop to get do the push-ups, maybe as a consequence. Like, what did I do wrong? Just for understanding purposes.
Okay, so you want to understand why you got to drop. I understand. Like I said, this is probably more so of a question for Mike Shaw. I'll give you a hint though. If we in Hebrew Academy, and I tell you to drop, if you ask me for understanding before your hands is on that ground, good night. Salakia. Your understanding comes after punishment. That's usually how that works. You usually go in the corner and think first, and then you get the understanding. Salakia. But anybody else want to take a shot? These are all honest questions, right? I'm not making fun of you. Of course, I didn't know these things until I had to go through it, right? But what do you do? Well, the brother, he outranked you. He tell you to drop. You in Hebrew Academy.
Okay. See, I thought he was talking about the bowling alley. Okay.
No, you going through Hebrew Academy, but you at the bowling alley right now in front of people.
Oh, okay. So I guess I would probably I'll drop, but I'll be like, is this you're telling me to drop because we're in front of people?
You're correct. I mean, the first thing you would do is absolutely follow the order because it's not unlawful. So, yeah, you drop. Of course, in your mind, you cursing him all the way the hell out. You like, this son of a, I'm going this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third. But after you drop, you do what? What happens next?
After the punishment is over, so like you said, after the punishment is over, you ask understanding.
I don't even want to, Salaki, don't say punishment. I don't want to be on record for saying that it's a punishment. That sounds terrible. You understand? But after you drop, after the order, you finish the order and then you do what?
I mean, after you drop, pretty much ask. Salakia, sir, may I ask what the purpose of that was?
What if you know?
That's what I'm saying. Like you just said, like he just tell you to drop out of nowhere. So it's just like it's kind of like you might have been in error, you might have not saw what you might have did wrong, you might have not been paying attention to what you did wrong.
Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I would say if you're at a bowling alley and there's girls around, it's like you probably did something you probably did something out of order towards a female or something. It's like
maybe not. What if you didn't do anything out of order? What if you just turn around from bowling a strike and next thing you know, everybody dropping? Young man in the back.
I say just humble down and just follow the order.
Most High in Christ. Yeah, you follow the order. We got that part, but then what?
For Brotherhood?
Do you have to?
Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you said earlier. It's kind of heavy because it's like you said, don't let somebody like his rank, like don't let him bully you. Or like we're here to raise men.
What if the brothers were starting to bicker with each other in the bowling lane, and the higher ranking man comes and says, "Now drop." Is he bullying you? No, there's a reason, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I'm trying to get you to understand. You would go to he and thee alone for what? Why would you go to him and he alone? Marsha? Because you feel like he wronged you. If you don't feel like he wronged you, then you would just drop and shut the hell up because you know you was bickering with each other in the lane and you was about to embarrass the school. And so he dropped you so you could get your head in check. So he could tell you, now calm the hell down before we end this and leave. But if you at the bowling alley and you're not doing nothing and you just sitting there, and next thing you know, some brother come over there, he drunk and hey, watch this, sisters, watch this. So like, I don't want. Just like, you want to take the class? Come on. And it's a lot, and there's sisters everywhere. He come in, he say, watch this. I got power. I got authority. Watch this. Hey, Akim, Amadium Shabbat, drop. If you have an art with him at that point, you do what? You go to he and thee alone. You say, Salaki Adawan. We weren't raised and taught to do things like that. That's not how we were taught to conduct ourselves by Commander Jenny Yohana. That's not how you taught me to be. And he may say, oh man, no, man, that's how we doing things, man, because it's the UPK and we hardcore and we militant and we this, that, and the third, and we gotta be hard and we gotta, that's it. You understand? I think that should be all. Go ahead.
If I may, I was gonna say like he's on some real alpha.
Can you make sure that the AC is running? Go ahead, Slugger.
He real on some alpha male mode. Like he really getting at you. Like all y'all just drop. Like I got power. Like drop.
Right. I mean, and again, he's abusing that power. But the point is this: if you feel wronged by anybody for doing anything, you would go to counsel. And if he does not hear you, if he does not say anything other than Salakia, brother, you right, Salakia, I was drunk, I was over my head, you know, I really wasn't even trying to make you drop like that. I was really trying to do something else. Whatever. But the point of it, he say anything other than Salakia, it won't happen again, then you say no sweat out. And you take it to counsel. You go to counsel. You understand? Now, if the brother says, Salakia, it won't happen again, then you say no sweat out, one. What you drinking? Let's go have a drink then. You understand? And then you don't let it happen again, but don't ever forget it. You understand? Because if he does it again, then you will have to go to counsel. You have to say, no, he did the same thing 2 weeks ago when he was at the bowling alley. Out of one Salakia. You understand? I'm just telling y'all these things because this is the real life part of being in here. Like the scriptures say, even though we gather together, we gonna have oughts with each other. It's going to happen. This ain't the Christian church. This ain't where you come in here and you magically walk through them doors and everyone in here just automatically is perfect. You understand? Somebody gonna step on your boots out. It's gonna happen. It may be by accident. It may be on purpose. You understand? But you have to know, you have to not be a coward and be able to deal with it. You understand? Don't be a coward and don't be a sissy who's in the back of their head like, I hate Maya Shaw. That nigga right there, man, think that he could just hold on one second. They think that he could just talk to me any kind of way and this, that, and the third. I hate Maya Shaw. And now Maya Shaw teaching, you just like, man, I hate that nigga, man. I hate that nigga, man. I wish he would, bro. I wish they did let us just, I wish I could just whoop him right now. Hey, don't do that. You hate him so much, Al. Why don't you go tell him? Why don't you go say, hey, bro, that's why I let you know I hate you, Al. I don't like you. You understand? I ain't like the way you stepped in my boots out. And I feel like you did it on purpose. Hey, somebody saw me look at you and be like, Salakia, brother, my foot numb. I can't feel nothing. I don't even know what I'm walking on half the time. Next thing you know, you sitting there feeling stupid because you mad at him for something that he didn't even do on purpose. You understand? And that happens. That happens. You understand? Your brother say he'll give you some money or send you some money back, right? And you sitting there, it's been 2 weeks, you like, that's why I can't stand that nigga right there. You understand? Until you just go talk to the brother. He said, oh, Salakia, brother, I had thought I put the money in your mailbox. You ain't checked your mailbox? Next thing you know, the money been there for 2 weeks, no sweat. You understand? I'm going over crazy examples, but you have to remember that there's a certain way that we conduct ourselves as it pertains to how we deal with one another in the truth. And you have to hold that. Otherwise, you allow yourself to lead you out of here. You understand? Because you're not following the playbook, right? You're not following the laws that God set for us so that we can survive this thing. What you have?
So, like you, sir, I was gonna say that that's actually the thing we have. No cowards, and it is like
you're damn right.
As well as like when you're a man, that's what you do. Actually, you just talk things out and just, you know, if something is lawful, then you do it. If something's unlawful,
yeah, you go to that brother, man. Yeah. Just go to him, man. The scriptures say that if he have heard you, he have gained a friend. And a lot of my closest like friendships in the world, a lot of them were people that fought once. You understand? I had to fight them first. And then it was like after we done fought, like I done seen all the good of you. We had the friendship when we was all good. But now that we done had the bad, we done throw hands now, we hate each other, still friends. That's a stronger bond because it's like, it's not just all good, but then you got some of them friends that go bad. Now they don't want to be around no more. They was never your friend. You understand? You got to be able to be a brother. Absolutely hate what someone has done to you.
You brought this out last week because Brotherhood.
Come on.
Salakia. You had brought it out last week in our Brotherhood class because Brotherhood suffereth long. Right.
Without charity, none of the gifts that profiteth us anything. You understand? All right. Let's see. Go ahead. I just need a little bit more volume. That's it. I don't think it was breaking up. Salakia. Let me just get that one there. Yeah. Matter of fact, if you want, you can just sit there and take that seat. I got it. All right. Yeah, that's better. Salakia. All right. Anything else? Any other questions on that topic? Or off topic? Any other questions at all? Come on.
What made you come up with those examples? That was like a college critical thinking, like pick your brain type thing. So yeah, that was that. Yeah.
You said, how did I come up with them examples? Like I said, man, these are things that it's possible, man. I've been teaching a Brotherhood class for a long time, so I have to know these examples because I got to know how to deal with them. But you got to think of these things too. That's what I'm saying. This is the class where you ask those questions. This is a class where you ask, what do you do in this certain scenario? What do you do in this situation? Or I got family members who've done this before. I got friends I've done this with before, so on and so forth. They did it in this way. What do you do? How do you change that? This is how you fix all of those problems. You understand? Go ahead. Oh, you got something? Uh-huh.
Okay, so like sir, say does the likelihood of this happening is not too much, but if police pull you over with not, what I'm saying, who deals with what in the car? What I'm saying, what in that situation.
As far as who's in the car?
So like I said, so we got a captain, 2 officers, and a young man.
Okay, no sweat. Whoever the driver is, because that's who the police is gonna be talking to. You understand? You ain't gonna be in the car. The police pull you over, and they ask the driver for license and registration, and the captain in the back say, "No, come talk to me. Come talk to me, officer. Take my license and my registration." That's not gonna happen because he's not driving the vehicle. So the driver of the car is gonna deal with it. If something gets out of hand, then yes, the next highest ranking man would possibly have to step out the vehicle. He may have to start recording. He may have to say, get your supervisor on the phone or get your supervisor down here. He may have to deal with it in that way. But initially, whoever's driving the vehicle or whoever the cop talks to, you understand? That's another thing. If police officers come and talk to you while we doing our work or while we just chilling, do not be, don't be idiots. You understand? If just like at the feast, if a cop rolled up to the gate and said, "What's going on in here?" You understand? What would you say? "Oh, we just holding the feast of the memorial blowing of the trumpets. That's what we're doing." "Oh, can I come in here?" You understand? Hey, if you need to, you need to see what's going on. Unless Captain Arthur say something different. You understand? If the cops come in here and they say we gotta look inside of here. I remember it was a cop in here one time when this school was first being built. He ain't see nothing. You understand? There ain't no drugs and ain't no guns in here. Now unless Cap say differently, you understand, unless they say differently. But the point is not to provoke the police officers. You gotta be wise in how you deal with the devil. You understand? Don't provoke him into now he gotta pull out a gun. Or now he got to force his way. I'd be, man, look, he'd come talk to me. I'd be like, we holding the feast on 11 bread. You want some chicken? We got some chicken inside. You want a plate? I know you out here working. Yeah, man. If he a brother, especially if it's a brother, hey, you want to come? You can hold the feast too. You want to come salute the Torah? You come salute the Torah. We'll get you up on stage. You can read. We have a whole Fayetteville PD reading. You understand? for the memorial blowing of the trumpets. Who knows, man? You say what? And his whole uniform, gun and badge and everything. And he up on stage reading and saluting the Torah. No sweat. You understand? But you don't want to provoke them. If we at camp and a cop comes up to you and he says he needs to see your license, right? You give it to him, which is why you have to have your license at camp. You give him your license. Because if you don't give him your license, what is he going to do? He gonna shoot you. Right? That's what he wants to do. You understand? And here we deal with our oppressor wisely. We don't get ourselves killed by being like the NFAC or like them fake Israelites. How many of y'all seen that video with the fake Israelite and his woman inside the car and they got pulled over by the cop and the cop is like, roll the window down. And he's like, I'm gonna just pray to Yeshua. And this nigga just starts praying. And next thing you know, glass getting busted. You understand? You know where that comes from? Terrible leadership. He may be an individual or he may be some part of some fake Israelite group, but they did not train him well enough to keep his wife safe. He absolutely put his wife in danger by being stupid. The cop said, roll the window. What did you think, that you was going to pray to Yahushua and they was going to float away and magically disappear? That's not how life works, brothers. That's not how police work. It's never how they worked. You understand? The movies where you get messed with the cops and then they get another call and they go somewhere else, those are movies, Akim. That's a movie.
That doesn't happen in real life. In real life, someone other cop takes the call. And that's that. You understand? So don't be stupid. Anything else? All right, now. Let me see how much time I got. I'm gonna play Christian one more time. Yeah. All right. So y'all gonna have to get y'all Google machines ready. I want precepts. All right. There's a woman coming into the school, right? Or she hearing about the school, and she rocking with it. All up until she hear what? Multiple wives. She like, nope. I think that's a question you asked earlier, right? Or you asked yesterday or Monday or whatever. Right? So we yeah, so we're gonna break it down right now. All right. Y'all gonna break it down right now. I'm the Christian. You can't have more than one wife, according to God in the Bible. So what say ye? You talking nonsense, talking about having more than one wife. Jesus didn't have more than one wife. Come on now, who gonna battle? Don't let that chicken distract you. Ain't no chicken at camp. Just you and the microphone.
So, okay. I would say you could pull Deuteronomy 17 and 15. Verse 15.
Pull it.
All right. So basically, hold on. Usually, women like to pull Deuteronomy 17 and 17 because it says, "Neither shall he multiply wives."
Pull your scripture.
But if you read up, you see that the whole breakdown.
Hold on. Pull your scripture.
Okay. Deuteronomy 17:17
Mm-hmm.
basically says, "Neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away."
Okay, so what does that mean?
So basically,
because that's clearly what that's my point. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Hebrew Israelites, that you can't have multiple wives, and that's what the Lord is saying right here. Neither shall he multiply wives. So how can you say you got multiple wives and it's saying that you can't right here? Break that down.
It's lucky, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Another precept.
What you mean another precept? You didn't break the. You see what you Hebrew Israelites you like to do. You like to eat chicken and you like to run away from breakdowns. I said break down this precept. Where my Christian fellows at? We cut him. We got him now. Put the camera on him. Put the camera. We got him. He pulled his own precept and then said you got to go to another precept before breaking it down. Come on, man. What you got? You got to break down that precept.
That's lucky, sir. Most Christians would read that part alone, but not read up. If you read up, it's like it ties everything together. Honestly,
break it down. I'm the student.
All right, so basically, right here we're talking about. If you read up, you'll go to verse 15. It says, "Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee." So basically, these precepts tie together when it says don't have multiple wives. It's basically saying don't put anything above the Lord, literally.
You sure?
Fine.
Wrong. Come on, somebody else take a shot.
All right, brother. What I have to ask you, where do you see the punishment for having more than one wife?
Hold on. Are you breaking down the scripture?
Oh no, I need my answer.
I know it's multiple of y'all, but I'm one person. I need you pull your brother pulled Deuteronomy 17 and 17. He pulled it. Break it down. Don't ask me no question. I ain't pulled no scripture yet.
That's what the brother asked. But you said you can't have more than one wife. I want you to tell me where in the Bible that said that.
You pulled the scripture. Break it down. That's all I'm saying. Break down the scripture. Because I will break it down. Neither shall he multiply wives unto himself. You cannot have more than one wife. You understand? You want me to keep going? You want me to keep going, or are you going to break it down? Because I'll steal the show. Well, yeah, I'll steal the show if you want me to, because I'm Christian Pastor Jenkins. And you don't know who you dealing now because you didn't want it. You didn't want it. You wanted to ramble and jamble. Okay. So give me 1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 2.
Okay, let's go there. Pastor.
You understand? We'll go. Yeah, I'll give you. We can start at verse 2, and I'll read it for myself because I don't need anyone else to read with me read for me like you cowards need someone else help like children. I'll read it. A bishop must be blameless, a husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, and good behavior of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach, brother. You up here thinking that you are some kind of holy priesthood. You some kind of Nazarite. That's what some of you call yourselves. You some kind of prophet. You're more like prophetess when you're stepping up to me because you don't know what you're dealing with up here. A bishop must be blameless and husband of one wife. One, not multiple. Yeah, he gonna step to the plate. I'm Pastor Jenkins up here. Come on, let me take my head wrap off.
What that is saying is a bishop, someone of rank, can only have one wife.
Well, don't you brothers in this school have rank? Don't you claim to have generals and captains and officers of 50 and 26? Don't you got that? That's rank, ain't it? Yeah. But even the highest ranking man in your school teaches you can have multiple wives. You know why? Because he's leading you into damnation. You understand? Now you need to get out that coat and you need to follow me. Brotherhood Jenkins, pastor of Apostolic Church on 15 and 4th East Jenkins Street in Jenkins, North Carolina. Someone else want to step up to the plate? Remember, we done pulled 2 scriptures. Ain't nobody broke it down yet.
Well, if I could, Pastor, you know what I'm saying? The wife being referred to here is the school, the truth. You understand? The teachings of the Lord. This wife is not metaphor. It's not literal. It's figurative. You understand? And you can see that if you drop down here.
Hold on. I hear what you just said, but I want you to look to your men. They don't even believe that crap you just said. They don't even believe it. Look at them. What did you just say it again, brother? Break that down again. What did you trying to say?
That the wife being referred to here is figurative, not literal.
Okay. See, that's what you Hebrew Israelites love to do. Y'all love to make things figurative when it's figurative for you and literal when it's literal for you. I understand.
But you see, brother, these scriptures can be read 4 different ways: literal, figurative.
Okay, hold on, because I'm about to cut you. Pastor Jenkins about to attack again. Y'all in his congregation, y'all heard what he just said. He said that this scripture in 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 2, the wife is talking about the truth. Okay, well, let's say that it's talking about the truth. Well, let's go back to Deuteronomy 17 and 17. It says, neither shall he multiply wives unto himself. Are you saying that those wives is also talking about the truth?
Yes, because you're not to have anything else beside these.
Cut. You lost, Rock.
How to lose that one?
No sweat. Come on with it.
It's like, sir, if I could. The multiple wives being spoken of there is, different religions, different ways of thinking, different, not the truth, anything else but the truth.
Okay, so you interpret that wives as being different religions. So when it says, and neither shall he greatly multiply himself silver and gold, what is that? Seasons? Holidays? What is that? Horses? Oxen? What is that talking about? So you don't even know. Cut. Pastor Jenkins cuts ISUPK Hebrew Israelites.
Oh no.
Come on now. Y'all gonna have to get on it because this a battle you gonna have to have. This is not even a joke because this battle is coming. It's gonna be your wife, it's gonna be your woman, and she's gonna pull these scriptures on you, and she's gonna be a prophetess, and you gonna be losing. Come on.
Yeah, as I'm reading the scripture, it seems like he's it's a comparison being made between the two. Like when and what is it, Deuteronomy 17 and 17?
God.
Where it says it sounds like a comparison. Neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart, meaning his mind, turn not away. neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold. Like, I think that could be like riches or something, like riches of the world. Like, is that could that be what it is?
You tell me.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like a comparison is being made between the two.
Oh, you gonna have to know. No, so anybody else want to take a shot before I just, huh?
What was that scripture you pulled there? Deuteronomy
17 and 17. Neither shall he multiply wives unto himself. All right, time out. I'm not a Christian no more. I'm gonna break this down so that you can know how to break this down when your woman pulls it on you. Somebody read it.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17, verse 17. Neither shall he multiply wives to himself.
Neither shall he multiply wives to himself. This is very much literal. This is talking about you getting more than one woman. That is what it's telling you not to do. But keep reading.
That his heart, well, that is mine.
That is what? No, keep reading. Read it how it is.
Oh, that his heart turn not away.
That his heart turn not away. What will your heart turn away from by getting a lot of women? By serving the Most High. And that's what you should not do. Do not get women to the point where you start to lose your seat in the kingdom of heaven, which is what who did?
Solomon.
King Solomon did this. There was nothing wrong with King Solomon having his women, but when he started to be obsessed with having so many women that he started to sleep with heathen women, or as the Bible calls them, strange women, it turned him away from serving the Most High and keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. What else will turn you away from doing the work of the Lord?
Lusting after, or
silver and gold.
Right. Keep reading. So read that next part.
Okay. Turn not away. Neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold.
Now, silver and gold is what? It's money.
Riches. Like
it's your money.
Money, right?
Right? Is the Bible telling you to not have money?
No.
Is the Bible telling you to not create some business that's going to make you millions of dollars?
No.
It's not telling you that. Go ahead.
It's talking about like letting like riches and greed like overtake you in a sense.
It's telling you to not allow your hunger for being rich to make you not go to camp anymore, because you're so thirstful for being rich and being powerful and being famous that now you'll be in some Hollywood actor's hotel room blowing rod because you want to be rich and famous. That's the line that should be drawn. If any point you feel like you're going to do something that goes against the Lord, then you should stop. If having one woman, right, already borderline has you not going to camp, it has you not going to class, you can't even control the one woman that you got, then what should you not do? You shouldn't go get another one out, because you, for one, the other one that you get damn sure ain't gonna let you keep the first one. You definitely gonna have to kick her out the house and kick her to the curb, because she's not in the truth anyway. And you're not strong enough to be able to stand up to it. So what will you do? You'll fold and you'll say, hey, baby, this things that just ain't working out. And she gonna say, it's because you sleeping with that other woman still, isn't it? Well, let me tell you something. I'm the best woman you ever had. And she gonna give her speech, and then you gonna go be with the other woman, and you gonna sit there like a sucker, like some fool. You understand? Like some stinking Christian who doesn't know how to run a house. This is what this is talking about. Don't allow these things to make you leave the truth. Like the scriptures say, I think it's in the book of Corinthians. As a matter of fact, we might just have to pull it.
Is it First Corinthians? Is it 3 and 2?
Hold on 1 second. I might be. No, it's Proverbs 31 and 3. Let me pull that one. And this is a mother who was teaching his son these things. Uh-huh.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 3.
Uh-huh.
And it reads, give not thy strength unto women.
Give not thy strength unto women. You understand? How do you give your strength unto a woman?
Like it, sir.
Mm-hmm.
You allow her to have authority over you.
Right. You allow her to choose the God that you have, that you chose, or that you allow her to choose your God for you. You understand? You allow her, you getting ready to go to camp, and she says, babe, don't you just want to stay home and just let me rub your back and rub your feet and cook that favorite meal that you want? And next thing you know, you calling Captain Ithak, trying to time the cough perfectly. Shalom, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shabarak. Salakia, sir. I just feel like I gotta take a COVID test before I can come out, but so I'm ready to go. I'm ready to come out as soon as I'm ready. Sir. Just stay your simple ass home. I understand. Keep your cough. You don't have to cough on the phone. You understand? You don't have to give the fake cough. Just say you don't want to go to camp. No sweat. We got brothers ready to rock and roll. You understand? Don't allow your woman to take your strength, because the second you do that, she crazy as hell talking about you gonna get another woman. With who? You are a bitch. You understand? Salakia. She just made you not go to camp. Something that you took an oath to do. Something that you know is wrong to do, to lie and say you sick. And you think she about to allow you to go get another? Are you crazy? You can't do that. You understand? Don't give your strength unto a woman, because she'll never respect you. She'll never respect you when you start to do those things, because she'll always remember that she can just fix your favorite meal and you'll do whatever she tells you to do. You understand? Keep reading.
Nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings.
Nor thy ways which destroyeth kings. You understand? That's self-explanatory. All the kings, King Solomon, we just went over what he did. You understand? And what destroyed him? His women. His women destroyed him. You understand? Or if I'm not mistaken, Ezekiel. Ezekiel had a woman, and he I don't want to say this wrong, but Ezekiel loved his woman damn near more than the Lord. You understand? And what did the Lord do to Ezekiel's wife? Oh, he gave her a heart attack. He killed his woman. You understand? Because the Lord ain't going for that. Right. That's also another example. Like a woman, like the scriptures say that a woman's is like a snares and traps, and with her hand she binds you. Like she can put you in a trap to the point where you would leave the truth because of your woman. But it's why you have to be strong enough to understand how to rule over your wife. You understand? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like some women, like, they could just pick up on that. Like, if you're not taking like camp serious and doing the mission of the Most High serious, what make you think you gonna take us serious? Because you're not being like consistent with whatever it is that you do. You just drop out. You just drop out of whatever it is that you're into, whether it's being a husband, being consistent with the mission. Like, you just being weak with whatever it is that you do, pretty much.
Right. You understand? A woman can absolutely see those things, which is why there's always been a consistent battle between men and women. Always. You understand? And a woman can definitely pick up on those things, which is why you can't be that type of brother. But if you are a weaker brother like that, then you should never do what? Never get multiple, because it's going to end in turmoil. They're going to fight each other. You're going to be sitting there while they're fighting each other doing this in the living room on the couch like this. Like, I just don't know what to do. These women are just crazy, right? You won't know how to deal with it, because you and next thing you know, you leaving the truth. Simple as that. What you got?
Slack, sir. So when the pastor brought up the
Timothy,
First Timothy 3:3.
Read it.
Slack, First Timothy 3:2.
Uh-huh.
Book of First Timothy chapter 3 verse 2.
Uh-huh.
A bishop then must be blameless.
What does it mean for a bishop to be blameless?
Like prideful?
No.
Like proud?
Nope. A bishop being blameless is without fault, meaning he isn't an alcoholic. He isn't a sinner. He isn't someone who smokes weed or eats shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. Because how could then he be a bishop? How could then he teach other brothers to follow God's law if he doesn't follow
like
it?
it, sir.
You understand? Go ahead.
Another thing that's so heavy on that, what you said, is like, even going back to women, it's like, how can you commit? How can you tell her to do something that you're not doing yourself? It's like you can't tell her to follow the laws, statutes, commandments. You're not doing it yourself.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You sitting there smoking a blunt, telling her to obey you. You silly. You silly as hell if you think that's about to happen. You understand? And it's, especially if your woman is in the truth, especially if she knows the law, statutes, and commandments, and she trying to change her life. And you think that, yeah, no, she gonna look at you like you spit, damn near. You understand? Keep going.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The husband of one wife.
The husband of one wife. Now, what is this wife that this is referring to? You may need a precept. Who said something? What'd you say?
This Salaki, sir, is this talking about the church, sir?
Yes, the truth, right? The church, of course, in Hebrew simply means school, right? But the truth is the wife that you must have. Someone give me a precept. Young man.
This is 1 Timothy 3:5. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God?
That's a precept for what we were speaking on as far as how you deal with your woman, right? You could definitely use that. But as far as a bishop being blameless and husband and one wife, you understand? Give me 1 Corinthians 7:29.
Come.
Uh-huh.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 29.
Uh-huh.
But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives,
multiple wives, keep going.
Be as though they had none.
Be as though they had none. Now, how can a brother who has wives be as if he had none? As if he doesn't have a wife. GP? How can it be? Young man.
He doesn't allow his wife to control his actions.
Not so much in this priest. You on it, but what does he do?
He follows the words of the Most High.
He does the work of the Lord. You understand? Because the work of the Lord is what? This is your wife. You understand? This is your one wife. You understand that you have, and that's how you got to look at it. Even if you're a brother who doesn't physically have a wife yet, when you go and get a woman, you are now taking on multiple wives, because this truth you have to care for, just like you have to care for her. You have to defend this truth, just like you have to defend her. Right. You have to teach in here, just like you got to teach her. You got to deal with problems in here, just like you got to deal with her. You got to drive and show up to camp and put in work in here, just like you got to put in work for her. You understand? And you got to make sure that she understands that before ever marrying you, she got to know that when she gets a brother that is in the truth, that she is marrying a bona fide soldier of the Lord. She has to understand that. Otherwise, she would never, she won't make it. What you got?
I was going to go to the book of Jeremiah 3.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah 3, verse, what is it? Yeah. Jeremiah 3, where it says, well, I'll just read it. This is the book of Jeremiah, verse 3. They say, if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man, shall he return unto her again? Shall not the land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return to again to me, saith the Lord. Would that be?
That wouldn't be a precept for this. You understand? That is just dealing with the law of adultery or whoredom, right? But that woman has to understand. This would trip me out because a lot of women today, they love to claim to love Malcolm X and to love brothers like that. So people like that, but in actuality, they could never be with Malcolm X. They could never be with his wife. They wouldn't even have joined the Nation of Islam. You understand? They would have said, because think about what women say about us today. We a hate group. Why? Because we hate the white man. They got a picture of Malcolm X on their door, and they love Malcolm X as if Malcolm X loved white people. That he fought against, understand, white America. But you gotta make sure that she understands that your first wife is this truth. You understand? She comes second, always. She does not come before the truth. She comes second, and she should respect that. Any good woman will respect it, just like all the women of all the military people. You understand? When the military get ready to go to war, all the wives that they leave behind, the good ones at least, they do what? They wait for their man to come home. You understand? They wait for their husband to come home. They hold down that house. They raise them children. They make sure the house is good and it's not falling apart. And then when that man come home, they leave the door open for him to walk through. But an unfaithful woman gonna do what? She ain't respecting the fact, oh, you always gone out there. You always gone. You in Iraq and always in Iran. What you expected me to do? Not sleep with somebody? You understand? She just a whore. And she could never marry any soldier of anything. She can't marry a police officer. She can't marry a Marine. She can't marry damn near a fake Israelite. They gonna go to some fake camp that lasts for 2 hours, and she gonna be back with some nigga in the bed with Jerome tying fire to her. She gonna say what? You was gone doing the work of the Lord, you said. And I couldn't wait. So you got to make sure that she understand that. So before you even sleep with her, she understand that, look, sis, I love you and I'll die for you. But I love this truth way more. You understand? And I'm not going to allow you to move me from this. And you have to stand on that. You have to mean it. You understand? With everything, even your children. You have to love the truth more than you love your children, more than you love your father, your sons, your daughters, your sisters, your brothers. You have to love this more than you love them, because if you love them more than you love this, then what can happen? The Lord will take it from you. You understand? The Lord will take it from you because you choose them over the Most High, which is why Paul said what? I wish every man would be like me and be the husband to one wife. You understand? And what wife was Paul talking about? He was talking about the truth. You understand? Anything, somebody else, come on. Anybody else got anything else? Uh-huh. Come on.
Deuteronomy 21 and chapter 21, verse 15 reads, if a man have two wives,
right,
one beloved and another hated.
If a man has what?
Two wives.
If a man have two wives, you understand? Meaning multiple. Keep going. One beloved and one hated, meaning one the wife he has and he loves her. And she's so sweet. And she just say, Shalom, Lord, Shalom, you whatever. What you want to eat today? Biscuits from scratch, blueberry muffins. I'm gonna make what kind of turkey do the brothers like from camp? Do they like the honey baked or do they like the honey roasted? Do they like the white cheese? You got one of them type of women, and you understand that you love her. Keep going.
And they have borne him children.
Nah, read the other part.
And another hated.
And another woman that you hate. Another woman that you just can't stand. Someone who just always running her mouth. You just gotta talk. She come inside the house and your whole spirit just drop into your gut because you're like, damn, man, I'm sitting here thinking about football and basketball, and I already know when she come in here, it's gonna be with the hand on the hip. Don't you hear the microwave beeping? Like, bitch, did you hear it? And why don't you go open it? God damn. You understand? Like, you got a woman like that.
Don't you hear the laundry? Don't you hear the laundry beeping? Then why didn't you go and put the laundry, the wet clothes into the dryer? Because I'm sitting down. That's why. I didn't do it because I'm sitting down right here with this pencil in my hand, thinking about what I'm about to write on this piece of paper, thinking about what I'm gonna say at camp, thinking about what we're gonna eat tonight, thinking about if I want to turn the video game on, and that's why I didn't put the clothes in the washing machine to the laundry. Is meteorites falling from the sky right now? Is Christ coming back? You understand? Until Christ is coming back, don't interrupt me no more when I'm thinking. You understand? You got a woman who just makes you hate her because she just can't shut the hell up. She has to say something about everything. And here's the worst part about it. After she ruins your day for saying something, what does she do? She goes and does the laundry. She does the very thing she could have just shut the hell up and did in the first place. You understand? It's not something that she can't do. It's something that she just has to bother you about. You have one of those type of women. Sisters, don't be like that. Don't be the type of woman that you make your husband just hate you because you just nag and nag and nag and nag. And then you know what sisters do? They always hate on the brotherhood that brothers have. They hate it. They can't stand the fact. But you always talking to Tabawan. You always having a conversation because Tabawan doesn't nag me about laundry. He doesn't nag me about, are we going on a date anytime soon? You know what Tabawan does? Hey, what's up with mimosas this Sunday? Hey, man, we could do it. We do it, man. Most High in Christ Sunday come. Man, I ain't feeling like doing it. No sweat out. We'll just do it next week. It's been about 10 years since we went and got them damn mimosas, and we still pushing it off till next week. No problems. No problems. You understand? But hers is like a necessity. It's got to be a problem. Don't be that type of sister, man. Be the type of woman who comes in the house and just says, babe, how was your day? No sweat. You don't feel like talking? No sweat. I'm going to go do some work. I'm going to go do the laundry, get started on the dinner. You understand? Be that type of sister that'll make a man want to come and see what's wrong with you. What's wrong with you, sis? You ain't came and said nothing to me. What's going on? You understand? Be more so like that, man. Go ahead.
That's real heavy because it's, that's Proverbs 31:10.
Yeah, be one of them type of sisters, man. But just don't be annoying. Just don't do that. I'm trying to help you sisters out, man. You want to be the husband that's like Salakia, Cap. Salakia, sir. I got to bring my wife to the stage and give her praise because of how wonderful she's been. And she done made sandwiches for the brothers at camp 10 weeks in a row. For 10 weeks in a row, we done had sandwiches for the brothers. She cooked 10 different things for the feast. When brothers needed rides for the Passover, she was offering the youth for a brother to use her car. She didn't complain not one time. She did this, she did that. This woman right here is immaculate. This woman right here is perfect, man. And I just want to bring her to the forefront. Be that type of woman. Instead of being a woman in the back who's just like, I bet he over there looking at that new sister. Yeah, you know he's a hoe, right? Yeah, you know that. Look at him up there. Look at everybody looking up. Look at everybody looking at him. You see him? Bitch, he teaching. What the hell else they supposed to be looking at? Because you're crazy. Look at everybody looking at him. Look at him clapping. Don't be that, man. You understand? Read what you got. Where we at? If he take him another wife.
And they have borne him children.
And they both born him children. You get sons by both of these women. Keep going.
Both the beloved and the hated.
And
if the firstborn son be hers that was hated.
And if the firstborn son be hers that was hated, the one that you just can't stand, the one that always got to ask, am I supposed to be going to the feast? Am I supposed to be going to the past? That one. The other one is just like, babe, I got your garment ready. What color did you want to wear? What food did you want me to cook? The cornbread or the mat or whatever? The other one is like, am I supposed to be there? She don't never know. You understand? But they both born you sons. And one is loved and one is hated. Keep going.
Verse 16. Then it shall be when he maketh his sons to inherit that which he hath. That he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated.
That the son that is the first son, meaning
If the first son that you have come out from that dragon that can't shut her mouth and won't leave you, you understand? She just stay there. If your first son come from her and your second son come from the one that you love, this is the law of inheritance. When you go to make your inheritance, your firstborn son has to be the one to inherit it. The Lord did this. Why? Because this happens all the time. All the time, this happens. When you'll sleep with a woman and she'll get pregnant, and because you hate her, you indirectly, unintentionally hate the child because it's her. You don't go see the child no more because she's a bitch and you don't want to go to prison for going over there. And so you have to do what? You have, like, how many fathers do you know, or how many women do you know? I can't count on my fingers how many women I've met in my little life that don't know their father and hate their father, but then will also in the same conversation tell me how they have siblings and family from their father somewhere else that they never met. And it never dawned on me until I came in the truth, and it dawns on me. Your father must not be that bad if he got a family. He sounds like a family man. You say you got 6 sisters and 2 other brothers. They live in where? California? He sounds like a family man. Yeah, but he won't no family man to me. Maybe because your mother's a dragon. Maybe that's why. Maybe because your mother couldn't stop calling the police on him. Maybe she couldn't stop throwing pots and pans on him every second. Because it doesn't, I mean, goddamn, yeah, I could understand if you said, yeah, my father's Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm like, yeah, damn, you got it bad. You understand? Yeah, my father's in prison for whatever. Your dad's down the street. He lives in the same city as you. He got family. I seen him. He coaches the basketball team. Yeah, he's a good man right there. Actually, I met him. Yeah, your mother's just retarded. You understand? She's stupid. But that happens all the time. And you can't neglect that child. You understand? So when you go, you may not ever meet that child. She may take the child and move because she the type of woman that said, if you keep going to that coat, I'm taking the kids and we moving to my grandmama's house in California. You got to say what? No sweat. Lord be with y'all. You understand? And you may have to wait till that son turn 18 years old. And if you got a good son, if the Lord is with him, he'll come and find you. He'll come and find his dad. He'll say, Dad, man, what happened? What happened, man? And he'll explain it. And y'all sit down with some scotch, or he's 18, but whatever. You sit down and you'll talk, and he'll explain it. And then now you can start building a relationship. You understand? But even if you don't ever see him, if you die before ever seeing that son, you have to give the majority of your inheritance to him. It has to go to him. He has to one day get called to some lawyer's office, and they tell him, yeah, your dad, he passed away, but he left you $28,000, his house, and 26 acres of land out in North Carolina somewhere. And that has to be that. He never met you before in his life. That's the law of inheritance. And also why? Because like the Bible says, your first son is the beginning of your strength. He's the beginning of your strength, so you have to give it to him. But the whole point that I don't want to miss in this scripture is what? That the Lord is regulating what? He's regulating inheritance between what? You and your 2 wives. Meaning, how could it ever be a sin for a man to have more than 1 wife? You understand? And just to quickly go over it, sex is marriage, and divorce is a sin. And so if you have sex with one woman and then go have sex with another woman, does that mean that you divorced the first one? Forever. You understand? Does that mean that you're not married to the second one? Why? Because sex is marriage. So if you have sex with her, you now have to keep her forever. You understand? Any other precepts I'm missing? Anyone else that y'all got? It's a lot. But I know we're over the time, so we're gonna probably clip it up here. Anybody else got anything else? Sis, you got any questions? Come on. Mm-hmm.
Before I go on to the next question, you were saying something about the first son is the beginning of your strength.
Right.
What, you didn't give a verse? Can I get that?
Yeah, come on, hold on 1 second. You can go to Genesis 49:3. Or actually, you could use that one. That's when the Lord is talking about Reuben. Reuben is the firstborn son of Jacob, of Israel, and he was the beginning of his strength. But of course, Reuben, he lost his seat as being the chief tribe of all of us because Reuben, I think, slept with one of Jacob's wives. You understand? Which is why Reuben is no longer the chief tribe, and Jacob gave it to the fourth son, which was Judah, which is why now Judah is the chief tribe over all of the 12 tribes of Israel. But you could rather use Deuteronomy 27:17.
So is it Genesis or Deuteronomy?
Like Genesis says, Reuben, you are my firstborn. Hold on 1 second. It says, Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity and the excellency of power. But hold on 1 second. But Deuteronomy, let me see here, 21 and verse 16. Salakia, weren't we just here? Yeah, just keep reading. Salakia. I don't know why I thought this was a different precept. It's the same one. Who was reading? Deuteronomy 21 and verse 16. Read it.
This is Deuteronomy 20, chapter 21, verse 16. And it reads, then it shall be, when he maketh his sons to inherit that which he hath, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn. Verse 17. But he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn, by giving him a double portion of all that he hath. For he is the beginning of his strength.
For he is the beginning of his strength. Keep going.
The right of the firstborn is his.
Then the right of the firstborn is his. You understand? So that's two scriptures, one with Reuben and one is just the law in Deuteronomy, what Moses taught us. All right. But now, let me ask you a question. Let's say your firstborn son is a straight LBGT. You got to leave your land to him? Why?
Salaki, sir. Man should not lie with mankind. He lied with womankind is abomination.
That's true. But what's the reason why you wouldn't have to give your inheritance to him?
Salaki, sir. He broke one of the law, statutes, and commandments.
Not that he broke one of the laws. Nah, I wouldn't say that, right? Because you may have a son. Remember, the woman that's hated, she damn sure ain't in the truth. Right? Like, she's definitely raising her son to celebrate Christmas. He definitely celebrating Christmas, Halloween, all of that. But why would you not give it your son if it was Medea? Why would you not have to?
Well, at that, it's like, sir, if I could, at that point, he's not your son anymore. You disown him because he's not following these laws.
Meaning he disowned that. You understand? The Bible, like the Bible say, if you have a stubborn son, one who will not hear the law, then you would take him to the elders of the city. And if he would not hear them, then they would stone him to death. He'd be gone. Meaning you keep putting on them dresses if you want to, and you'll be exiled. Now, of course, we don't stone anyone today, but you don't have to take my land. Why? because remember, the Lord is perfect. The Lord knows what he's doing. That law is put in place, but this is also put in place so that your 26 acres doesn't become the new gay chocolate city when he gets hands on it. The Lord don't want that. You understand? The Lord would rather you give it to your youngest son, who's an officer of 5,000, who's running Hebrew Academy, who's going to use that land to train up men to fight against the oppressor. He'd rather give it to him. You understand? And the Lord will honor that. But that first son, if he going that far off, yeah, you Lord be with you. You on your own gay chocolate city. Good night. Yeah, something else is. Y'all understand that breakdown though, right? As far as with Timothy, a bishop, what it's talking about. You understand? You do have to have one wife, but your wife has to be this. Meaning what? You can't read the book of Talmud. You can't read the Quran or study the Quran or study the Book of the Dead and the Maduna Tear and all of that, whatever the books are, because you have one truth, right? Which is why those people who read all of those books, they can never be leaders, which is what a bishop is. You cannot lead, like the scriptures say that a double-minded man is unstable in his ways. You reading from all this crap. Which one do you follow? Well, I follow a little bit of this one on this day, and on Tuesday I follow a little bit. You can't lead nobody. You understand? So it's what you got.
Okay, so my question is, so what is like the process when Christ returns? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, give me Joel chapter 2. Someone, I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. Probably we're gonna get up out of here. It's a lock here. Hey. There's of course there's many, it's like 100 precepts I could pull, different visions that was had. But Joel chapter 2 is one of my favorite chapters. Also, when you go to the book of Matthew, when the disciples was asking about how would we know when Christ, how they were asking Christ how they would know when he was going to return. And Christ said that ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. You understand? And many shall come in thy name, in my name, so on and so forth. So when we take those things like, we've been hearing about wars and all of this stuff happening. Everybody's talking about World War III. The Bible also says that, behold, woe 1 and woe 2 has passed, and yet woe 3 cometh quickly. Talking about World War III, the Battle of Jehoshaphat, things like that. So when those things start happening, this is the beginning of what we're about to read now. Joel chapter 2. It started verse 2. Whoever got it. Oh, yeah, come on.
It's like it. It's the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 2. A day of darkness. A day of darkness and of gloominess. A day of clouds. And of thick darkness. And the morning spread upon the mountains.
So just imagine you looking upon a mountain. Imagine you in a valley, like you in Idaho, whatever, Utah. And you living in a valley and you seeing clouds just overcompass the mountains that's above you, right? And it's thick and it's dark. Keep going.
A great people and a strong. There hath not been ever the like. Neither shall be any after it. Even to the years of many generations.
Now this is talking about us. This is talking about us after we go up into the chariots and we get transfigured into our new bodies. The bodies that we have now are what you would call very limited. They're very limited besides what Christ can make us do, right? Keep going.
God, verse 3.
A
fire devoureth before them. And behind them a flame burneth.
Meaning everything around us that we see is on fire. Everything. Why is it on fire?
The land.
Hold on. Why is it on fire? Why is everything around us on fire? This is very literal
Oh, it's like sir, that thermonuclear war.
because they dropping bombs, right? Keep going.
The land is as the Garden of Eden before them,
Uh-huh.
and behind them a desolate wilderness.
Meaning what? What we're going to is beautiful, the kingdom of heaven. But what's behind us is desolate. It's nothing to go back to because it's being destroyed. It's being burnt down to the ground. Keep going.
Yea, and nothing shall escape them.
Uh-huh.
Verse 4, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses.
Meaning what? It's majestic. The way that we look is beautiful. You ever see horses when you're driving down the country? You have no choice but to do what? Just gaze at them. The way that they run, the way that they move. The horse is something that you can't intentionally just not look at. You understand? They beautiful. Keep going.
And as horsemen shall they run.
And as horsemen shall they run. Meaning what? In that day, we'll run as fast as horses. You understand? Keep going.
Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap.
Uh-huh.
Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble.
Uh-huh.
As a strong people set in battle array.
And now this people, they'll be able to jump high, jump far. Everything they do will be something that you've never seen before. And they'll be set in battle array. You understand? Keep going.
Before their face, the people shall be much pained.
Uh-huh.
All faces shall gather blackness.
Now the people that we're seeing as this is happening, they're going to be in pain. And their faces gather blackness. Why is their face gathering blackness? Because of the soot, right? Because when buildings are burning down and crashing down, the blackness covers their face. You understand? Keep going.
They shall run like mighty men.
Uh-huh.
They shall climb the wall like men of war.
Like what?
Like men of war.
Like men of war. Can someone grab me one of those real quick? You understand? I need it. I need it every time I pull this precept, man. It don't matter. They both say it, you understand? Or was one 2018? They both 2018. Yeah, give me some real nigga shit right here. This that 2018, man. You ain't gonna find this in your Christian church, man. You understand? You gotta go do some things to get this. Men of war, like what the scripture's talking about, are men set in battle array. Keep going.
And they shall march every one on his ways.
Uh-huh.
And they shall not break their ranks.
If you've graduated Hebrew Academy, you know what this is talking about. Keep going.
Neither shall one thrust another.
Mm-hmm.
They shall walk everyone in his path.
Go to verse 11. This is just describing how these men will be. Go to verse 11.
And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army.
Uh-huh.
For his camp is very great.
Uh-huh.
For he is strong that executeth his word.
Uh-huh.
For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible.
But the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. Meaning, like when Christ comes back, it's gonna be a lot of killing. Sad to say, you understand? Happy to see, but that's what's gonna happen. Like the scriptures say, for now he sent for fishermen, and we fish men. But in that day he shall send for hunters, and we will hunt men from out of the clefts of the rock. Why? Because when bombs start dropping, who won't get bombed? Who won't die from nuclear warfare?
The children of Israel.
No, some of us will die.
Oh, 2/3, right.
Most of us will die because I don't want to give it to you, but who won't die?
So like it's the rich men in their bunkers.
Donald Trump won't die because they're in the clefts of the rocks. They're dug deep in the soil in their bunkers. And so now we'll have to do what? Hunt men from the clefts of the rock. Why? Because Donald Trump is going to build our new kingdom. We're going to go and get him out of that bunker and his family and all of the rich people with him. And they're going to come out and they're going to start to clean up all of the damage that they created while we rule over them. You understand? Outside, right?
Just a observation. UPK, the 144,000, the men that wake up to this truth. The parallel of what you just said is so heavy, in that we are the undesired. We the lowest. We on the bottom. But in that day, those people in the clefts of the rock are the cream of the crop of Edomites and heathens.
Right.
You know what I mean? So just showing that contrast.
Right.
Most High is clever. This is a man of war.
Like the
playing
scriptures say,
chess.
the scriptures say what? Not to cut you off, but the turning of things upside down. Meaning everything is just gonna switch. Meaning them old trailer park trash white people, they just gonna die and get rebirthed into the, into the kingdom. Not inside the kingdom and rulership, but of course they'll just be born on earth. And they'll just still be trailer park trash, whatever the hell we tell them to be. But it's going to flip, meaning the poor of Israel, us, will become the rich of the new kingdom. And the rich of America, or our oppressor, will become the poor in that kingdom completely. Meaning Donald Trump won't get an easy fate. He won't just die from a bomb. You understand? No. He gonna go underneath the ground and he gonna hear, come on out. Come on out. What you say? You gonna be making J? What you say? Grab him by the what? Grab him by the what? Yeah, I understand. Come on out. You understand? And that's how it's gonna be, man. And verse 16 says, gather the people, sanctify the congregation, assemble the elders, gather the children and those that suck the breast. Let the bridegroom go forth of his chamber, and the bride out of her closet. Let the priest, the ministers of the Lord, weep between the porch and the altar, and let them say, spare thy people, O Lord, and give not thine heritage to reproach, that the heathen should rule over them. Wherefore should they say among the people, where is their God? All of these things is what's going to happen, meaning we're going to start to come together and start to rebuild the order, or start to create the structure of our people. You understand? But it's a lot I could go into answering that question. But basically, Christ comes back. He cracks that sky with 200 million angels. We go up in the chariots. And like the scriptures say, while we're in the chariots, we're looking over the lake of fire. The lake of fire is, of course, America being burned to piss. After that, we come back on the earth and we're different. You understand? And we go and we hunt, or we do whatever Christ ordered us to do as an army of men. Once we do that, then we start to rebuild the kingdom. And of course, Christ would rule forever after that. You understand? I could go into detail, break it down, but for time's sake, you understand? Anybody got anything else quick? You had something? You is that what Wars and Rumors of Wars? You can read it real quick, and then we're gonna go.
Okay, sir. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 3. And he sat upon the Mount of Olives. The disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And verse 4, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Verse 5, for many shall come in my name, saying.
Also, Salakia, not to cut you off, but also that's a cut to John 3:16. Because what the hell would be the point of the disciples putting in any work if when Christ comes back, the world ends, which means everyone dies?
Right.
It doesn't mean that. It means that this society now ends and then a new one would begin. You understand? But keep going.
God. Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet.
But the end is not yet. You understand? Don't be troubled when you hear these things happening. That's why when we hear Russia and all these places going to war, we pull up a shot and we get, hey, La Yasha Allah. Push the button, like Chris Tucker said off Rush Hour. Push the goddamn button. You understand? Because we know that when their kingdom falls, ours get to rise up.
That's right.
And that's in the Bible. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to priests and whoever's on guard. Salakia. Is stopping. Who's doing it? GP? Most High Christ.